We are live.
Hello. Hello, hello.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Hello and welcome back to another session of the Gilded Dice, where these fine adventurers play through the Yawning Portal, through the Storm King's Thunder. Trust me, it makes sense. It's a little inception, but it makes sense. So, the members of Torque, who are journeying through the Storm King's Thunder, have come across the famous Yawning Portal Inn in Waterdeep as they go along their travels. The Yawning Portal is a large, well-known establishment where adventurers come from all across the land to share stories and histories and tales of glory with one another. It was there that the party had come across a new device called the Dream and Delve, also known as the D&D device First Edition, which allows users to come together and play and reenact and experience famous stories that were told at the Yawning Portal. And so, during their travels, at some point or another, they find themselves in a tavern one late evening with nothing else to do but spend some quality time with one another. And it's this quality time where the members of Torque dive into the D&D device to partake in these adventures. So in this case, it's Wolverbane, Rogadar, and Zaya find themselves sitting together in a room, looking to just have some fun with this device. Lucius has gone off to procure some more information, as he does not believe in such trivial toys. Anakel is off meditating, and Luna is probably sick somewhere. But she's off finding some herbs to increase more poultices. So the three of you, Zaya, Rogadar, and Wolverbane, have these devices that you place on your head. As soon as you place on your head, you get a strange tingling sensation as you feel your mind just kind of float away. Before you see a large set of text. A bunch of text that's just, it's a lot of legalities saying that they're not responsible for anything that happens while you're using this device. To make sure you're sitting down in a well-secured location, etc., etc. You go through the fine print, hit accept, and you're good to go.
I didn't actually read it though.
No. Who reads the terms and agreements?
I just checked the box. They're signed at the end, whatever it was.
But you had to scroll all the way down, otherwise the accept box is not activated yet. So you guys, as soon as you put them on and go through these motions, you find yourself standing in the Yawning Portal. The Yawning Portal seems to be exactly how you've seen it before in person, except it's void of any other individuals. It's just yourself, and you see the infamous Durnan, the proprietor, leaning up against the countertop, just looking at you guys. In the center of the Yawning Portal again is the large well that used to be a tower that goes deep into the Undermountain. As the three of you enter this strange version of the Yawning Portal, this message is said, and you hear it in your minds. It basically asks you, who are you? What are you? And essentially try to gauge yourself as a new character. So, going around real quick, Wolverbane, as you're standing there, almost lifeless, floating in the Yawning Portal, you hear the message, who are you?
I am Kedwin Rothschild.
What are you?
I am a bugbear, but was once a human, and I have been true polymorphed, and now seeking the cure.
As you say this, you feel your body take form. You look down and see your hairy arms and large bear-like claws. There's a mirror off to one side. You kind of look inside. You see horns and a bugbear face. You are essentially a bugbear. As you describe yourself and think of these characteristics, you see them taking form, and you feel yourself become that character. And what class are you, real quick?
I am a rogue.
Perfect. A cloak just goes over your body. You suddenly see some daggers around your waist, a few lockpicks, as your character becomes created. Zaya, you watch as Wolverbane transforms into a bugbear named Tedwin Rothschild. And the same question poses to you: who are you, and what are you?
So I literally take 4 hours to choose my new persona.
No.
After
No.
not
Well,
being-
now we have to
No.
step back out on her adventure.
It's like, you know, in the MMOs where you gotta do the character creation thing, like you gotta do the
Yes.
sliders and the face and everything. It just takes forever.
I'm the person that takes forever. Like ever. That's the
Option
game.
499?
Choosing your character. Yeah.
Basically.
Option 500, still nothing good. Option
Nope,
501.
that's very good. Oh,
Alright,
it's
so
option
who
1
are-
again? I don't remember this one.
Who are you, Zaya?
So I am a female dwarf.
What is your name?
My name is Ray Stormshield. And I've been a brewer for the Purple Ale Tavern for past 50 years. And I've perfectioned the ale that I create, but I had slowly diverted path as I have been intended by my god called Caden Killeen, who has helped me in my alchemy developments into creating a wonderful alcohol enhancer, which is called my signature alchemy bottle of produce, which is called the Tear of Radiance.
Mm-hmm.
And he called upon me to travel the world with the Tear of Radiance and allow it to see the world through me and help out that way.
All right. As you describe and as you think this essence of Ray Stormshields, you feel your whole life become that. You suddenly have these memories of this tavern and this ale and this calling to spread this ale along the lands. It's almost as if these memories become your own. And you don't feel your size change very much being a halfling.
I'm a little
So,
wider.
You feel yourself get a little, your heart beats a little faster as you feel a little more tired just standing there.
My hair is heavier. It's not as fluffy as well.
And you look in the mirror and you see yourself as now a red-headed little gnome, dwarf, sorry.
Two big braid. on the
Rogadar,
side.
as you stand there and watch your companions transform into these weird individuals, same question is posed upon you.
This
Who
is
are you?
strange. Well, I've always wondered what it would be like to be a short folk, so let's go with a gnome. And short folk all have bright hair. That's what Zaya seems to have. So let's go bright red hair. Let's try the wizarding class, so I can have more spells.
You feel the arcane energy just pulse through your body, a feeling you've never experienced before, but it just comes. It's almost like lightning coming out of your fingertips. But you've never seen the world from this height before. Suddenly everything seems so much taller. Now you understand why Zaya always falls off things when she tries to climb. It's a
That would be an issue. I feel weak.
As you guys become accustomed to your characters and your backstories, and further questions are posed, and you develop your stories in your minds, you start to just feel that connection. You gaze around the room. Again, the Yawning Portal is empty at this time, except for Durden, who's just leaning up the counter, just looking at you guys. But above him, which you didn't notice before, which wasn't there in the actual Yawning Portal that you had visited, seems to be a large scoreboard of sorts. It's devoid of any information. It's got just slots for what appears to be guild names or clan names, adventuring names, and it just says death toll at the top of it. As you guys finally develop your characters, you all hear one booming voice that says, "Who are you?" And you get the sense that it's asking you, what is your group name?
I look at the other guys.
Okay, we need a group name. What are we gonna do?
Oh no, this is hell! We've stumbled upon the worst nightmare ever!
We've only got 2 hours to solve this problem. Who are we?
How about we look online for a name? Okay.
I
You
pull
get
up
a
one of my
sense-
many books and I start flipping through it and trying to find a name.
You get the
The
sense that
little lost souls.
you get the sense that you've discussed this before in real life.
Yeah.
What your name was, and this is only to kind of put it into the episode.
Guys, it's written in my book right here. We're the rough and tumblers.
We could
It's
be
right
the
here.
last of them.
Rough and
last of
tumblers.
No?
At which
The game
point,
has- the game has written backstories for us all.
Technically, George was the one who came up with the name.
Yeah, George had a name. Which we haven't met.
as Wolvenclove, also known as Ven.
Wolvenclove.
Wolvenclove.
Oh, right. My name is Wolvenclove Willowbark. Also known
Willowbark.
as Wen. Also known as Ven.
As you say, the Rough and Tumblers, you watch as the name Rough and Tumblers is etched on the big scoreboard death toll tally. But there's nothing beside it, of course, and your name shows up there. At which point, Durnan kind of sits up a bit more and says, "Oh, the Rough and Tumblers come to go on a few adventures, I see. Well, whenever you're ready, descend into the darkness." And he kind of motions towards the well.
Guys, I didn't take Featherfall.
It's okay. I have it in real life.
I have, I think I have some climbing ropes in my Dungeoneer's pack.
Oh, don't worry about it. Just a leap of faith, that's all you need. As Durnan
Oh, I have
chuckles.
faith. I can jump. I just jump down.
I've done one of those before. I run and jump.
As you guys are about to, you're making your run, you run for this huge well, there's a giant knock at the door at the front entrance of the Yawning Portal, which stops you in your tracks and just echoes throughout. And Durnan just kind of looks at the door and says, looks like someone else wants to join you on your journey.
But my leap of faith. I was gonna jump. I have to stop now?
Well, if you want some help, open the door. Otherwise, leave the poor sap outside and make your jump. But
I use
I
Mage
know-
Hand to open the door.
as Durnan kind of trying to tell you these are the best and most famous adventures, all of Faerun. They're very difficult. The more help, the better. As you see the little hand fly, grab the door handle, and there's standing an individual you've never seen before in real life, nor in the D&D device. Is an old, balding paladin.
Yeah, so you see before you a short and stout man wearing human male wearing chainmail and holding a shield and longsword emblazoned with an ornate crest on it. He has the most glorious bushy mustache that you've ever seen in your entire lives, and he walks with an air of confidence, like nothing could possibly bring him down. And he says, "Ah, my friends, you weren't planning on leaving without me, were you?"
We didn't know you were coming.
"Oh, well, of course I'm coming. We've been traveling together for months. Did you think
Oh,
I was just going to abandon you?"
It's coming back now. It was weird. I was someone else a moment ago, but now I'm someone different, and the memories are coming back.
At this point in the Yawning Portal, you do know yourself as playing a character. So what you see here is this individual who's playing his character, but it's actually another individual somewhere in Faerun. It's a little weird. Get used to it.
So wait, we're supposed to pretend? We're supposed to talk like we're someone else?
So,
Well, I'm
are
Ven.
you a dwarf?
You're Teddy, aren't you?
Don't call me that. We've been over this. We've been over this every single time we get together. You don't call me Ted.
It feels so natural, though. Why wouldn't I?
So this
Teddy.
individual standing in the entranceway.
I know I'm a bugbear, but I'm no teddy bear.
Hi, sir.
"Hello."
Georgie, good to see you again.
Can you say that again? Can you say hi again?
"Hello."
I love it.
It gets her every time. It's weird. Just it does.
"Well then, my
I
friends,
love greetings, you see.
what's on the agenda for today?"
We're gonna go and jump and see what happened.
Yeah, we were just about to take a leap.
Ah.
A leap of faith.
Horacia?
There is
I
adventure
wonder-
to be had.
Yeah. Yes,
Our
there is.
beast to be slain.
Can I
Well, then.
raise Ben?
Let us be
Ben,
off
I
at
wanna
once.
raise ya.
Durden says, as you guys race towards the well, says, "Best of luck to you. You journey to the Sunless Citadel, the first of many adventures told here at the Yawning Portal. Good luck." And you all race towards the yawning, the gaping hole in the grounds, leap over the wall of the well, and dive into what appears to be a portal.
As I jump over, I shoot up little sparks and cast prestidigitation as I go down.
As it's a virtual world, you seem to have cleaned nothing.
As I jump down, I yell, "Tally ho!"
So I'm wearing heavy armor and I'm a dwarf. So am I okay?
Yeah, you just plummet.
It's
what appears to be like a large, what appears to be a large kind of not too far down, but a large purple swirling portal. As you guys just into darkness.
Who gets there first, Michael?
Well, that's a good question.
I want to get there first.
As you leap into the darkness, it almost feels like yourself or your character. It's hard to tell at this point. It start to merge, but you feel yourself almost feel like you're slipping into a sleep, a deep slumber. Everything starts to fade. The darkness seems quite comforting. And then in a quick passing moment, you find yourself standing in a small little town. Nice summer day. Sometime during the summer, flowers and green grass. It's a small little community. These fleeting memories of standing in the Yawning Portal or sitting in an inn with your companions start to seem like a dream. The characters that you had thought you are begin to really take over your minds. And it's almost like you dreamt that you were having a great adventure, hunting down dragons and giants. That was all a dream. Those are some weird people. You feel suddenly a direct connection to the...
All of our characters take off the D&D and they were playing us the whole time.
You start to look around your companions that are next to you, and you have this deep connection to them. These memories of old adventures that you've been on together as the rough and tumblers, these old battles you've gone through and difficulties and trials that you've worked together with. It seems all natural, like if you guys have been together forever and you just know each other very well. So you stand upon what appears to be a small community that you know as Oakhurst. Somewhere outside, it's out kind of east of Neverwinter, near the Mount Hotno, also close to Thunder Tree. And you've come here to seek the legend of the Sunless Citadel, a large fortress that appeared to have sunk into the earth. There is tales of glory and treasure to behold deep within its chambers. But what strikes, especially Georgie, what strikes him
It's
in particular?
George. It's not George.
What strikes George in particular?
We got Georgie, we got Teddy, we got Ben.
Venny and Ray.
Oh, there's no Y in my
Ray,
name.
Ray.
It's just Ven.
What strikes you guys, strikes especially George, his interest in the legend of the Sunless Citadel is that a goblin tribe has infested the Citadel since its demise many years ago. But every year, actually twice a year, after the summer solstice and the winter solstice, the goblin tribe will come to Oakenhurst with a fruit. In the summer, it's a bright red, pure apple of the deepest color. And this red apple during the summer is said to hold magnificent healing properties. Those who eat it are healed from all their ailments, their diseases. They sell it to the Oakenhurst for about 50 gold pieces every year. And you've heard of this tale of this apple, and many adventurers have gone to seek what tree produces such a thing deep within the Citadel. You know that every year when this happens, the townfolk try to attempt to plant these seeds from this apple in a way to produce their own apple of healing. But every time it grows up to these it just produces this massive twiggy mess that disappear overnight. They assume goblins come back and sneak in and steal away these bushes before any fruit can be produced, to keep their own monopoly. So you've arrived in Oakenhurst to seek out the Citadel, to seek out this legend, to seek out glory and treasure. But as you're here, you've also stopped at the tavern. Here in the tavern of Oakenhurst, you met the tavern owner, Carowin Hukrill. I'm going to write that down real quick. She had begs for adventurers to help her seek her children, who were also adventurers. Brothers and sisters, Talgan and Sharwin, had gone to the Citadel to seek out its glory and its fruit, along with a few other adventurers, but had never returned. And so she'd promise anyone who goes in there and finds the remains, hopefully not the remains, but finds her children, and are able to return the gold ring each one wore, she would pay 125 gold pieces for each one, and would double that price if adventurers were able to bring them back in one piece, in good shape. And so you had taken that quest as well as you guys were going towards the Sunless Citadel anyways.
So we already know where the Sunless Citadel is.
Yeah, so it's a well-known location, close to the edge of Mount Hotno. You just being familiar with the area, there was an eruption that the mountain erupted and decimated lots of Neverwinter. It decimated Thunder Tree, and the Sunless Citadel seemed to have sunk into the earth.
I got a spell that can get us there as well, so keep that in mind.
So is this like we already talked to her and we're on our way kind of thing?
Yeah, so you've already talked to her. You've already kind of had in mind that you're going to the Sunless Citadel, but you're just in town. It's in the morning. You can leave at any time, or if you wish to.
On potions.
I don't think we have enough money for that. I don't have enough.
If I remember correctly, I only got like 10 gold on me, so and I still have to pay for my room and board. I think maybe we paid.
Running rather low on funds myself.
Oh yes.
So
I think it's a general.
quick small breakfast and then maybe on our way.
Yeah, let's share breakfast because
That's all we can afford.
yeah, that's basically all we can afford.
Well, now let's not be too hasty. I think I don't mind purchasing my own breakfast. I'm going to need all the energy I can get if we're to be successful on our quest.
Maybe I'll just have a tea and smoke my pipe.
All right, so you guys look around for some breakfast, and there's a kind of a tavern called the
Oh,
Old
that's
Boar.
great. I want to go there. I like that name.
It's a small establishment. Oakenhurst is a very tiny village, very quaint, and you enter this small establishment called the Old Boar. And there you see
The Old Boar.
the Old Boar, like old, minus the D,
Yeah,
apostrophe.
the old board.
The Old Boar.
Old boy.
As you enter, you see a human male, just wiping down some dishes. Oh, welcome to the Old Boar! Adventurers, are you? Come on, have a seat. Come and have a seat.
One of your finest breakfasts, if you please.
Very well. Finest
ale.
breakfast and ale for the fine gentlemen.
Tea and a biscuit over here, please.
It's a little bit early to be drinking ale, isn't it, Ray?
It's never too early for ale. Ale is fundamental to our survival.
Well,
Fundamental.
let's not go too far. I mean, we have a dangerous adventure to embark on.
Yes, you'll see. Trust me. It helps.
At which point he says, "Oh, adventure! Where you guys are? Where are you planning to go? What adventure are you on today?"
We're going to some citadel, isn't it?
Citadel.
Oh, you're not heading to the Sunless Citadel, are you? You wouldn't.
Sounds
There.
about right.
That's the one.
Huh.
That's where we're firmly heading there.
You all look like a bunch of adventurers that went there not too long ago. A couple of our locals went and never returned. Poor Carowin. She lost her son and daughter there.
We're going to find them.
Oh, are you? Well, best of luck. There was 4 of them, I believe, that went. Talgit and Sharwin, the brother and sister, the daughter of the children of Carowin. And I believe they were with a paladin as well, someone like yourself. And he points to you, George. A paladin of Palor named Sir Bradford. and I believe a ranger named Krakus. None of them have returned. This was about 4 or 5 months ago.
Not to worry, my boy. We'll bring them all back in one piece.
I sure hope so.
Just have that breakfast now, and we'll be right on our way.
I motioned some maids to prepare some ale, some breakfast, and some tea and whatnot.
Biscuit.
Biscuit.
Thank you.
As he's eyeballing Ted when he says, "And what about you, friends? What are you? And what do you want to eat?"
I will have the same thing George is having. As to
Do
what
you
I
have
am,
some oatmeal and bacon?
that'll wait for another time.
Yes, oatmeal and bacon. We can cook something up. That's not a problem. And
Oatmeal and bacon.
Don't
But
worry,
bring
he
me
was a
my
human.
ale. That's more important.
Teddy's good. He was a human.
Oh,
He's
yes. We've been traveling together so long, I sometimes forget. Tedwin over here has been cursed with this bestial form as a result of a true polymorph spell.
interesting. Is that why you're seeking the Sunless Citadel, to find the fruit? The healing properties of the fruit. It cures all diseases. Perhaps it might help your ailing friend here.
I
Well,
have my hopes.
the thought had crossed my mind, certainly. But first and foremost, we must make sure that the other adventurers are secured.
Absolutely. The community thanks you for your service. The food's on the house. If you're there to find our missing adventurers, then you know what? You need to go on a full stomach. Don't worry about the cost.
Well, excellent.
And he brings out some plates and the food that you guys ordered: oatmeal and bacon and tea and crumpets and all that weird assortment of food. And it's a nice hearty meal for the morning as you prepare mentally to embark towards the Sunless Citadel. The proprietor kind of comes over and just talks with you guys, as you are the only ones in at the time. Just kind of going over some past history and some old tales and asking you all questions just of your adventures together. And these memories are just flowing through your minds as if natural. And he says to you, you know, the only other individual or adventurer that had come seeking the Sunless Citadel before the last adventuring group was a strange, grim human. His name was Belak. He had I remember him very well. He had a very large pet frog. Strange individual. He went there by himself. But I kind of like the guy. If you're going there, perhaps you can find the fate of Belak as well.
Oh wow, that's a lot of people to find.
A lot of people go there seeking glory. Not many come back. But Belak was special. He seemed like a good guy. And of course, the other adventurers that are missing, that you're searching for, are locals from here. Except for the paladin, Sir Bradford. So it's safe to say that we, as a community, would like to have some peace of mind as to what happened to them.
Not to worry, my lad. You stand in the presence of the rough and tumblers. There's no challenge that we cannot overcome.
Well, I hope that is true. I heard the place is infested with goblins. So, but I won't keep you. You must be on your way, I'm sure. And he cleans up everything as you finish your dinner or your breakfast.
My plate is basically full. I kind of sniffed it, and it didn't agree with me, so I didn't really touch my food. Kind of poked around at it, but.
So I stole a few sausages off of his plate and just snacked on them while I sat there drinking my tea.
All right. He
Every last scrap is gone from George's plate. And he has food all up in his mustache.
just dangling.
George, you shaving that for later?
George, you want me to clean that up for you?
I have no idea what you're talking about, lads.
I can clean that up. Like, wiggle on my finger, clean it up.
I must ask you a question.
I don't get it.
Oh, George.
Classic George. All right.
Well,
so is there anything?
Are we ready to be on our way?
Yeah.
While we were finishing up breakfast, I cast Guiding Hand as a ritual.
Okay.
And I chose the Sunside Citadel, or whatever it was called. Seaside Citadel, whatever it was. I forget already.
The Sunless Citadel.
Sunless Citadel.
Yeah.
So if it appears on any map, the hand will sort of guide me in that direction.
Okay. So Like it guides you in your physical realm or on a map?
It guides me in the physical realm.
Okay. You kind of see this. Are you the only one that can see it?
I'm the only one who sees it. Yeah.
Okay. As you finish up and you make fun of George's mustache, you see just a giant arrow pointing at the door. Boop, 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 boop. And it says "Go."
Yeah. It is quite persistent. She waves you on if you wait too long.
Yeah. Go.
It's a big white glove finger.
Yeah, exactly. It's like those old arcade games, side scroll. All right, so are you guys ready to embark from here? If there's anything else you want to do around town?
It's kind of early to decide.
Wherever we're going, I'm looking for any little creatures flying around or walking around.
Okay.
Hungry.
Okay. All right, so you guys leave the old boar, and with Ven kind of leading the way, a giant arrow pointing northwards, out of town, you begin your little adventure. And just as an interesting note, the Sunless Citadel was produced by Bruce R. Cordell and was published in 2000 as a beginning adventure for the 3rd edition of D&D game. The adventure is widely regarded as an excellent way to introduce players to D&D. It is also a great starting experience for the DMs. But so this adventure was created for 3rd edition 2000.
Represent.
All right. So you begin following down the road. Let's see here. Let me get to this.
I take out a book and I start reading, my usual go-to.
All right. Okay.
This one is Elvish to Draconic. Very thrilling.
How many languages is that now, Ven?
I'm currently up to, I think, 5 languages. Although, I would like to learn Celestial, Abyssal, and Undercommon.
Have you learned Dwarvish yet?
I do actually know Dwarvish.
Oh, that's
I
great!
have a Dwarvish to Abyssal translator.
Oh. George, do you speak Dwarvish?
I do. I was trained in a couple of languages during my training as a knight back in Damara.
Well, look at that. My culture is exponential. What about you, Ted?
I don't speak Dwarven. I'll be out of those conversations, unfortunately.
So I say in Dwarvish.
It seems that since I've taken on this form, that I can speak Goblin. It's a very
That's
high
gonna be
nasally,
useful.
yet throaty language at the same time.
I don't have a translator for Goblin. We will have to work on one.
Yeah, we can do that.
As you guys discuss languages, you begin to get to the outskirts of Oakhurst, and you see before you the large, kind of desolate landscape that leads towards Mount Hodno. It is pretty much void of any green. It's just rocky terrain. It looks like a plague has scourged this area.
Ew. While we're walking, can I also just look for any, like, if I find any alchemy supplies on the road?
Sure,
Make
perception check, as well as you, Tedwin, because you're looking for food.
I'm just watching the ground for any signs of goblin tracks, if there's anything.
Okay. But you notice, kind of heading towards what they call the Ashen Plain, is an old road that just kind of leads and guides its way towards the mountain. Yeah, Tedwood, you see along the Ashen Plains before you, there are some vultures just scavenging in the sky. Very few rodents scour this area, as there's not a lot of cover. It's pretty desolate and rocky. A few snakes here and there, like ground snakes, rats, but no large creatures.
The vultures, are they circling on our path, the direction we're going?
Yeah, you see up ahead. They are circling what appears. They appear to be circling up ahead.
I start to smack my lips because I'm salivating a bit.
And
my stomach is grumbling loudly.
Yeah, Ray, you look around. You find some few herbs here and there, but as you start to progress further into the Ashen Plains, they become very, very rare. There's hardly any green to be found. A lot of rocks, though, if you're into that kind of thing.
So nothing particular that I can.
I mean,
down.
what are you looking for? You find some herbs, whatever you need.
All right.
Just before, like, on the outskirts of the Oaken
Oh, right. Okay.
Okay. All right. So you continue along this old road, and as you continue on, you can see there is a large kind of crack, a ravine that begins to form. That just kind of drops off like a giant crack in the earth, and it forms this large ravine. The old road that you walk upon passes to the east of this narrow ravine. At the road's closest approach to the cleft, several broken pillars jut from the earth where the ravine widens. Two of these pillars stand straight up, but most of them lean atop sloped earth. Others are broken, and several have apparently fallen into the dark depths below. A few of these similar pillars are visible on the opposite side of the ravine. It appears to have been some sort of ancient structure or a causeway leading towards a large building, citadel, perhaps.
It appears we are not far off. Is there any last-minute preparations before we enter?
I'm gonna cast Mage Armor on myself.
All right.
Goodbye, one spell slot already.
This glow of armor just appears over Ven. He looks a little more tougher.
I reach down and I take up some mud off the ground and I start wiping it on my padded leather armor and my green camouflage kind of ghillie cloak that has leaves and twigs all over it. Pop my hood. Some little
right.
twigs are going off.
You stand out a little bit as there's not a lot of greenery here, but it'll do. It'll serve its purpose.
So I see what everyone's doing, and I'm just gonna take my warhammer and just like, and squeak, 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 squeak. Yeah.
And I start praying under my breath.
I carefully pack my books away.
All right.
I'm ready.
As you're preparing and continue along the road, you peer down precariously over the edge of this large, deep ravine, and it's just darkness down below. Anyone have dark vision?
I do.
Those with dark vision, you can barely make out the bottom. Hundreds of feet below, it's just rubble, and you see, fallen pillars and fallen structures that just scatter across the bottom of the ravine. It is completely.
I
Okay.
turn to my companions because I can't see, but I know that all of them can.
No, wait.
And
Is there like a rock nearby or something? A little rock like this size?
Yeah, there's tons of rocks.
I'm gonna grab one, and I'm gonna cast light on it.
Okay.
And I'm gonna just drop it in the hole and look down.
All right, George, as you're about to ask your companions what the hell they see, Ray casts light on the rock and tosses over, and your eyes, follow it down. It almost seems like it's floating down because it's so far and the wind blows it. But it lands with not an audible sound as it's too far.
Oh.
It just scatters on the ground, and you look down, glows, illuminates the area around. You swear you see, some creature scurry away into the darkness.
Oh.
It appears
Whatever was there is gone.
George, we've been together so long. Of course we know that you can't see in the dark. Ray was ready for that.
Yeah, that's right. I was so ready for that.
Of course, I appreciate it.
But don't worry, I
there's
got you. Whatever's
there's
there
no
is
glory in standing around, my friends. Let us continue.
And George continues walking off as you guys gaze upon on the ground, and it appears to be. You can see some battlements almost, like it's the top of a wall. It's clear the Citadel was once this glorious structure, fortress, but it's sunk below the earth. But aside from that,
So are we're traveling on a path down into and we see the Citadel down there.
Yeah, you're not traveling down yet. You're traveling alongside the ravine.
Just alongside it.
Yeah.
But we're heading to presumably a path down.
Exactly, yeah. So as you look around and continue on, you start to notice small campfires, like that were built along the road. Old, new, of varying ages, but it's clear that many adventurers have come through here at one point or another and camped along the road, preparation to descend to the Sunless Citadel.
Is my hand still pointing?
Yeah, it just
Like
keeps.
we aren't there yet.
Yeah, it hasn't pointed down. It's pointed you still along the road, further down. So you follow it. Looking at the pillars, they are worn and broken, and you can see there's graffiti splashed all over them in red, like a reddish, brownish ink almost. It is.
I sniff it to see if it's blood.
Yeah, you sniff it. Just your keen senses, you smell it. It's old, cracked blood.
It is blood, guys.
Those of you.
Do I know what's the language?
Well, the alphabet is written in Dwarvish.
I don't recognize it.
You're the only one who can't read it.
It's blood, but I don't know what it says.
Oh, here's what's interesting. It's in the Dwarvish script, but you guys don't know the language that's written.
Can I do like a medicine check on the blood?
Sure.
Can I do an investigation check on it since I do like languages?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, you would know your languages.
Is there some? Can I do
12.
like a history check or something? Being a sage, I've researched many a thing.
That's just many a thing.
Many a thing.
You fall into that.
The multiverse and everything that's inside.
Well, before we get to that many a thing, Ted.
I'm kind of throwing up in my mouth right now. The blood's not the best script.
Yeah, you do a medicine check, Ray. You kind of examine the blood. It appears to be of kobold blood. Kobolds mixed in with some just varying. You can see there's some like just rodents, rats, just mixed in with it's that kind of thing. But predominantly, it seems to be like this thick kobold blood.
Interestingly, this blood is not from the creature that would speak the language it's written in.
Then, as you're looking at the words and the way they sound, you recognize, although you can't understand, this is the goblin language.
Ah!
The goblin language.
This is goblin
language. It is goblinoid.
I do read goblin.
You don't read dwarven script.
Oh, you had to read dwarven and... God, it's like my book all over again.
Tedwin, if I sound out these runes for you, would you be able to translate?
I think that is possible. I still don't understand why I can't read it.
You don't understand. You can't interpret
read
the
dwarven
letters.
Script.
So wait, is goblin always use dwarven letters or no?
No, they could use.
It's like when we write Chinese in Roman letters.
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah. Give it a try.
You know what the letters? Yeah. Okay. So I will recite off kind of the sounds that the dwarven letters make.
Okay, make a.
Pinch your nose a little bit. Pinch your nose a little. Keep the tongue at the back of your throat.
Well, he does this. I take out a pen and paper and I start copying the dwarven letters into common.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that works. George. Sorry, not George. I keep seeing the J. It's throwing me off so hard right now. Yeah. You start to sound them out. It's coming out a little rough. Yeah. Just make an intelligence check. See how well you read through this.
I was hoping it was going to be performance.
You would choose my lowest one.
I know. I think before it's like that.
Oh yeah,
Oh, wow.
19.
Taking Tedwin's advice and keeping a nice throat sound and where to place your tongue, it comes out pretty good, pretty accurately. Tedwin, you understand what he's saying. Essentially, what he's reciting off of all these graffitis are just large warnings, threats to trespassers that stay away from the lands, the clan of
Now keep the tip of your tongue on the roof of your mouth for the last one, and then I'll be able to know what the clan's name is.
It's here somewhere. I swear I had it. It's a giant.
Roll,
it just
roll
roars,
your
just-
R's.
Yeah, it was the R's that really got him. But it says, stay away from the lands of the Dur-Bulak tribe, which
That's it, the Durbulak.
which you can translate as being the Dominator in Goblin.
Well, that just means Dominator.
And it's just warnings. Every pillar has been etched with warnings and painted with warnings, saying, "Stay away, Goblin territory. Everyone will die. We will destroy you. You're dead."
We're not afraid of a little bit of goblins now, are we?
Ha! Of course not. These foul creatures will fall by my sword like all that have come before. Onward!
I will say this: it doesn't sound terribly inviting, but I'm down for it.
All right. So as you're following your guided hand, then it gets to a point of the path, past a few more ancient bonfire pits, where it kind of just diverts and points downwards.
Hold up. We gotta go that way.
All right.
Down the handy stairs that have placed
cool.
right before us.
Yep.
And of course, it gets dark as we go down, right?
Yeah, it's getting pretty dark.
Okay, so
So-
I'm gonna touch.
Let
I'm gonna touch
me lead the way
George.
first.
All right.
Before,
So everyone relax.
before anyone casts any light, I put my hood up a little bit more. There's a little drawstring. I pull it closed. Just let me go first.
All right. So
And
yeah.
I go in stealth.
All right. Make a stealth
One
check.
Mississippi, 2 Mississippi.
Remember, my boy.
3
I am
Mississippi.
proficient. Does that mean I have advantage? Proficiency?
Nope.
Well, just
No.
roll it in your sheet and it should add your proficiency modifier to it.
Why is it so hard to find a piece of paper?
George, what do you have in your hands? What are you carrying?
No, but okay, I am proficient, but I
A
have
sword and a shield.
I have the sneaky skill, which makes me more proficient.
Oh, you can add double proficiency. No, that's not until level 2 for rogue.
It's a
Or
sneak.
is this the bugbear thing?
Yeah, it's racial. Okay.
So you just naturally have proficiency in it. So it's just the
Oh,
standard
it
plus
doesn't,
3.
it doesn't stack.
Doesn't
anything.
stack, no.
Okay.
All right. What's your 17 stealth, Tedwin?
Yep.
I'm gonna touch George's shield. Cast light on it.
Okay. So as you stand at the ledge overlooking a subterranean gulf of darkness to the west, stop moving your character, Tedwin. As you stand on the sandy ledge overlooking a subterranean gulf of darkness to the west, the ledge is wide but rough. Sand, rocky debris, and the bones of small animals. A roughened stairwell zigzags down the side of the ledge, precariously descending into darkness.
I tighten my book bag a bit more.
All right. I'm going to just do something here real quick. Bear with me. Okay.
Oh, you didn't whisper that.
Oh, that's weird. Why didn't I whisper that? Just ignore that.
If you go into the character sheet settings, there's a thing for always whisper rolls.
So what gotta do? Can I do it from here? Why isn't that default?
Anyone have good passive perception? I don't think it's going to matter.
No. So disregard what I just did there. I will. Sorry, George. Where did I change that?
If you open up the character sheet and you go to the settings thing, like
Oh,
click
is
the
it-
setting things, there's a thing at the near the bottom. It's a drop down. It's probably set to never whisper rolls right now. You need to change that to always whisper rolls.
Oh, I see. Yes, and this is global, right?
No, that's like on a character by character basis. It's weird that they would set it to.
What? But in Storm
Never
King's
whisper
Thunder, it's
by
not like
default.
that. Oh, I think I probably can change it to globally, but
There probably is a
definitely.
way to change it globally, actually,
Alright.
but I don't
all right,
remember
no
that.
meta. All right, begin. Yes, now you see these rarely, very precariously thin steps descending into the darkness below. Tedwin, who volunteered to go first,
Yep, I did. But I'm going to check for traps.
Of course you are. All right, make a perception check.
Perception. 15.
Yeah. Okay. So you look around. You do see.
I do have dark vision. Just tell you.
Okay. Okay. All right. All right, Tedwin, as you look around, looking for traps, descending into the stairs, you do spot large footprints strewn about, going up and down the stairs, and just around the area within.
Large as in bigger than.
You see,
humanoid?
you see humanoid footprints that are kind of old. You see large, what appears to be tracks from possibly giant rats, and among the rubble, you see there's an old ring of stones that contain what appears to be like the accumulated ash of hundreds of fires in an old fire pit, though it appears an old fire had been lit here for quite a long time.
They've all been down here. They've been down this way, and there's, I think, giant rats.
Yes, in fact, there are. As you kind of step there, trying to be all sneaky and all the like, your ghillie suit does not conceal it very well in the rocky terrain. As three giant rats spring out and attack you.
Do we see this happening?
Goodbye, Teddy.
You watch as Teddy stands there.
Egods!
Is standing there as he's looking down, focused on things. Out of the rubble of the old rocks come scattering these giant rats that come up viciously, looking starving. Attack Tedwin.
Tedwin, my boy! Come!
No!
We must help him.
Teddy!
Tedwin, my boy.
Teddy.
I'm getting kind of hungry myself, so let's kill these things.
All right. Make your initiative rolls.
Oh, that's been so long since I've done
Natural
this.
20!
We're doing this the old school way.
Excited. I love rolling for initiative.
Wow.
But everyone still minimized the turn order.
After I put it in, right?
Are we?
Put it
Oh,
in.
it doesn't matter.
Wait, do we have to put it in?
I forgot to select
we
my
do.
character.
Yeah, I forgot to select my token.
Same.
It's been so
There we
long.
go.
Yeah, we're doing this old school way, guys. Old school.
I like rolling for initiative. It's a plus.
Sorry, Tedwin, you're the first one to go.
No, I'm the first. I got 20.
I'm the last one.
Oh no, I meant like your first one to die.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Oh.
All right, the rest of you watch in horror as three giant rats just leap out and attack Tedwin's beautiful groomed fur
I don't think I feel in horror.
in a surprise attack.
Ah.
Ooh, they get advantage on the rolls. Well, it's a surprise attack anyway. So, first one attacks you. 10 to hit.
No.
First one comes up and it bites you, but it grabs part of your leather. It shocks you for a second. You smack it off. Oh no, sorry, discredit. It was 22 to hit. Because as you try to smack it off, it
Because of what?
leaps up again and bites you on the hand,
22?
doing 5 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
I love the uncertainty of level 1. The second one jumps up.
This is just like the first fight with Lucius, where he went down like.
It's true. It's like we
The
got
second
more
one bites you.
level
Tedwin for 11 points. 11 to hit.
No, I smack it. I see
That
it
one
coming.
you took. You hear a squeak, and it almost falls off the edge, but it grabs onto the edge of the rocks and pulls itself back up. And the second one, 17 to hit. Or the third one, sorry, 17 to hit. As you, leaving you yourself exposed, it jumps up and it bites you in the armpit for 4 points of piercing damage.
And I fall unconscious. Armpits are very sensitive to bugbears.
Welcome to the Yawning
Basically the
Portal.
equivalent of balls.
Oh man, this is gonna be great. Okay, top of the turn order, we have Wolvenclove, also known as Ven. You watch as your companion of olds falls before you.
Oh my goodness. Screw it. We're bringing the second first level spell. We gotta save Teddy. Thunder Wave positioned right behind these two.
Okay.
Hold it. Ah, my goodness, what's happening? DC 14 Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Let's see. Hitting two rats.
Yeah.
First one's natural 20.
That
It
sucks.
kind of ducked behind a rock. The other one, 11.
So 14 to the 11 and 7 to the other one. And the one who saved gets pushed back 10 feet.
Yeah, you focus your attention, your energy to behind the giant rats, and you all hear this cacophonous blast that shoots up rock and rubble everywhere, falling over the edge to the darkness. The sound echoes through the cavern as you watch these rats are both blown to smithereens, and they go flying off the edge of the ravine.
All my spells are spent now, guys. I'm done.
Done for the day. It's only the start of the day. This is gonna
What are
be
you
easy.
gonna
Good thing there's a
do with it?
campfire up here. We can rest.
There's no resting. You guys just woke up. Anything else, Ven?
Well, we've been traveling for some time.
I am going to move 5, 10, back here.
Okay. George.
Oh man,
Say,
everything's gonna be
Well
dead
done, Ven. It's my turn now.
Go get him.
I run up to the last remaining rat,
Yep.
and I attack it with my longsword.
All right.
14 to hit,
That hits.
dealing 9 points of slashing damage.
Yeah, you rush over, slashing it,
Is it
popping
still
off its
standing?
head. No, you just
No.
sever its head. As it looks like it was about to dive more into Tedwin here.
I say, aha! And I quickly look around. Does there appear to be any more threat?
Not that you can see.
Okay,
The
then I
dust settles from the
immediately
thunder wave.
bend down and I attempt to stabilize Tedwin.
All right.
Ray, you think you could heal Teddy?
Me?
I fail at stabilizing Tedwin.
Okay, George, from now
Like
on,
randomly-
I'm in charge
randomly
of trying to
flailing my
resurrecting
hands.
People.
The bugbear's
Ted-
anatomy is so
Tedwin.
strange.
Wake up, my friend. Surely you will not die, fall to such pitiful creatures as these.
Can I go over with like my two little fat arms just on the sides?
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I'm gonna stump and I'm gonna say, George, we talked about this. You kill the beast, but at least let me try to help your friend.
She
You
sasses you.
can't get everything out of this.
You take sass damage, George.
I say, oh, well, if you would prefer to do the healing, that's fine by me.
Yes, but now you're making the job harder for me.
All
Ted,
right, then.
Ted would make a death saving throw as your companions are arguing over you.
Oh!
Oh, that's just role playing.
And George backs up, leaving Ray with as much room as she needs.
Revan.
All right, one sec.
Oh no, he's spat more blood! And I attempt to stabilize him.
All right,
Is it
make
medicine?
your medicine check, yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna cast guidance on myself first,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna cast my medicine.
All right. Yes,
But I
you.
get
Tenwin stabilizes.
I'm gonna change that.
Do I heal a bit or?
No, you feel Ray puts her hands on you. Ray of energy closes your wounds, the little bite marks on your armpits and your hip and your legs.
My armpits.
Stopping the bleeding. Your fur is just matted in blood. You're stabilized, but you're not awake.
Oh.
You haven't
Stabilized. I still have 0 HP.
Yeah, you haven't healed you.
Oh wait, so you didn't heal him?
Oh, I stabilize him.
Are you planning on healing
Ah,
him?
crap! I have to heal him now. I have to waste my
Well-
poor limited
How long are we?
healing supplies.
You guys can't be stingy.
I don't get it. What were you doing? What did you just do?
I keep you from
Stabilized. Stabilized you.
Yeah,
So you're no longer dying.
Heal him.
dying.
George is like tapping his foot, like,
Well, what's taking so long?
In a minute.
Are you sure you don't want my help?
What can you do?
Well, if you would allow me to do what I was doing before, perhaps you would find out.
Well, at
I
least
start-
he's not
And
spitting
I
blood
trace-
anymore.
I traipse up to Tedwin, and I kind of, like grumph, and then I lower myself down and I place both my hands on Tedwin's torso, and you see both of my hands begin to glow, and I use my lay on hands ability and restore 5 hit points to Tedwin.
That's all you'll lay on hands, man.
Someone went for the armpit. Oh, there's the armpit. Oh, thanks, George.
So basically, you wanted to get this whole fight for yourself, and you told us to stay behind. Is that what happened, Tidwin?
That is not the
Oh, is
order
it
of
true?
events. That is no. That is
No?
not what happened.
Is that lies?
We were ambushed, for one thing. I was merely checking to see if there was anything that would harm us on these stairs. And
Yes.
there was
You'll
rats.
have to
I
be more
saw-
careful in the future, my friend. You're liable to get yourself killed.
You speak truth. But okay, so the rat corpses are still around, right?
One of them is. The other two have been blasted off with a thunder wave.
They got some good air. You should have seen them. They went flying.
And George still has a super wonderful glowing shield.
I go up to one of the rat corpses and I cut some like the like meatiest part out of it.
Yeah, just the whole gut. You basically just chop off its limbs, and you just have the torso.
And I say a little prayer to the food, and disgusted with myself, I kind of like I just start eating it. I'm so hungry, and I just get into it, and blood's just covering my face. And I say,
Tedwin, did you not have enough breakfast back at the old boar? What are you doing, lad?
it just seems that regular people food doesn't smell good anymore. It doesn't taste good anymore. And I think the bugbear part of me just wants raw body parts.
George recoils with disgust, and his face gets all scrunched
I
up.
know. I think I'm going to throw up
He
right
says-
now, but it was delicious.
Tedwin, it seems all the more imperative that we get you cured as quickly as possible. We should proceed in hopes of finding this magical apple.
Yes, let's be on our way. I'm not fully 100% right now, but I'll stay back a little bit. If you need anything, just let me know. You have your shield.
Yes,
Yeah, and
perhaps
it's
we
helping
would
him.
like to use your bow from now on. It seems to be the safer option.
Yeah.
And I start traipsing down ahead of everybody.
I hadn't gotten any weapons out.
I'm gonna tap a little bit on Tedwin and say, "Listen to your pal," and I'm gonna follow George down the stairs.
Okay.
Van has packed a pipe, lit the pipe,
Ding,
and he's
ding,
now
ding,
smoking
ding.
while walking down the stairs.
So I will. George will be somewhat cautious as he kind of goes down. Each time he rounds a corner, he'll carefully, hold his shield up and kind of look around.
Just waiting for
See if there
something.
are any other giant rats or other threats.
All right, make a perception check as you lead your party of rough and tumblers down to the dark depths below.
11.
While no one's looking, I cut off the rat's tail and I just kind of chew it with it sticking out of my mouth, kind of like
Every little
a
bit.
piece of wheatgrass or whatever grass.
Yeah.
You just chew it.
Just chomping on it. With George on the front of the pack, the tumblers head down precariously down the steps into the darkness below. Rounding every corner, you anticipate something. But is there something, George? Is there? Ooh. I can move another square?
George.
I can move one more square.
Well, I
George?
wasn't sure if you wanted us to move or.
Oh, you move that square, George.
Okay.
As you descend further and further down into the darkness, illuminated by your shields cast by with the help of Ray, the fortress proper, begins to emerge from the darkness. The subterranean citadel, though impressive, seems long forgotten. if the lightless windows, cracked crenellations, and the leaning towers are any indication. All is quiet, though a cold breeze blows up from below, bringing with the scent of dust and a faint trace of rot.
I'm gonna cast guidance on George and say, "Are you gonna keep going?"
It's like four little children walking into a dark basement.
Well, I mean, if I've looked around and I haven't seen anything,
Yeah.
I mean, I'll continue onward.
Downwards. You don't spot anything, George.
There's no trepidation. Like, George doesn't look afraid. In fact, he looks the opposite. He looks overconfident. He's just traipsing down the stairs. He's being like he's like exercising due diligence, but he's not like afraid.
All right. Then you see your arrow hand guiding downwards towards the stairs, and it kind of just fades away as it gets to the ends of the stairs, the final descent, indicating to you that you've reached the Sunless Citadel. All right. I'm gonna stop moving.
No.
That's never.
They attack us from behind. Edwin gets attacked from behind again.
Yeah. They sneak up on us from behind.
Let me just get your tokens here. Stand by.
Oh, this is actually a map. It's not just black. It's not just loading.
Are we off on the right?
Yeah, the bottom right. I need to grab your tokens here real quick.
No, that's blacked off. That has to be right. It's totally blacked off.
Yeah, it is.
What is?
The map.
You guys don't see the bottom right corner?
The fog
do.
of war.
All right, so marching order. What's your order?
I'm second.
I was in the back.
Okay, everyone stop where Georgie is. Jeez,
Okay.
everyone relax.
He moved back. It's not my
All right. With Georgie in the front, George in the front of the back. Ted one bringing up the rear, a little wounded.
I just want to say that the name George also has an E at the end.
Yo, leave me alone, all right? I'm just trying to be the best team I could possibly be. As the narrow steps empty into a small courtyard, apparently the top of what was once a crenulated battlement appeared to be on the wall. The buried citadel has sunk so far into the earth that the battlement is now level with the surrounding floor. That floor stretches away to the north and the south, composed of layers of treacherous, crumbling masonry, which reaches into unknown depths. To the west looms the surviving structure of what must have been the Sunless Citadel, a tower that stands on the west side of this courtyard. And you see a door that enters this tower.
Should we knock?
I can open it.
Knock. You wish to alert the goblins of our presence?
I mean, they're gonna know we're here no matter what. Have you seen how much noise I make when I walk around?
I hadn't noticed.
Guys,
Yeah,
you
that's-
both
that's
make a whole bunch of noise when you walk around.
I also make a whole
Yeah, because my noise is covered by your noise.
Only Teddy and myself seem to be the quiet ones here.
Well
That's why you're in
then,
the back.
perhaps you're right. Should we just try the door?
I say let's try to.
What do
Open
we
the
see in
door.
this little
I can open it from back
courtyard
here, guys.
thing here? Hold on, is there something in this courtyard here? Like, what is?
Yeah,
What are we
make
in
a
right now?
perception check as you gaze upon this crenulated battlement wall that you stand upon.
Okay, while this is happening, I'm gonna
16.
start ritual casting detect magic.
Detect magic, okay. You can
Yeah,
spend
so I'm
10
gonna-
minutes.
Well, I'm
sitting
gonna
there.
start. I'm gonna start. I'm gonna see how much time they spend here.
Can I try and distance myself in the back and fade into the shadows and roll another stealth?
Yep.
So I'm gonna hold my little tankard in my neck, my holy symbol,
11.
and I'm
Okay.
gonna talk to my little god, and I'm gonna try to cast detect magic.
Okay.
Well, I mean,
I started
environmental.
casting spells like prestidigitation just to mess with her a bit.
Distract her. Raise concentration, lose.
I close
Or no,
my
sorry,
eyes.
she doesn't lose the spell slot.
I
Okay,
open one
so Tedwin or George, as you gaze upon the courtyard and Ray does her thing and Then distracts your intent when disappears. You look upon what appears to be a very, very rocky terrain. The walls and the part of the tower above have crumbled into this courtyard, leaving just a scatter of debris. It's a mess. The expanse of this crumbling masonry does, surround you in all sides, but it looks like attempting to walk across this courtyard is going to be a little tough. It's going to be a little unsteady and slow going. It looks like a difficult terrain. However, with your perception check, you do spot just kind of a dug into the area, the lip of a kind of an edge that has been purposely made to blend into the grounds, but it appears to be some sort of trap. It is located here. You're lucky.
Where is it located?
I'm drawing it right now.
Okay, so, there it is, okay.
Right in front of the door.
Hold, my friends! There appears to be some sort of trap ahead.
Really, trap? I don't see anything. Where?
You see those strange rocks over there that look like they've been dug out into some sort of ledge?
Very good eyes, George. How did I miss that? Would you kindly squeeze a little to the left? I'll
Yeah, George gets out of the way.
crack my fingers, crack my knuckles.
Now be careful, Tedwin. We don't want to be reviving you again.
Oh, trust me, I'm an expert at this.
All right.
All cocky, I just walk up there and.
In true Keyleth fashion, you cockily do things. As you walk, it's difficult
I
to
jump. No,
You jump?
No, I'm joking. I'm saying true Keyleth fashion.
All right. I turn into a goldfish. Well, I'm such an idiot. As you walk across, you can feel the instability of the structure that you stand on. Every footstep you make, you feel the rock shift and the debris move a little bit. You catch your balance. You have to make sure you go very slowly. You're very careful wherever you look and step. Make a dexterity check, an acrobatics check.
Acrobatics. 14.
Yeah,
really low these days.
As you step, when the rocks shift, but you catch your footing, you don't fall. You steady yourself, and you continue forward.
I look back at them and give them a big smile.
It looks like you're baring your fangs at us, and I just shake my head.
All right, you approach what George had pointed out as being a trap.
I get out my my thieves' tools pack, open it up, take out the little tools, see what I can do. Go to work.
All right. Make an investigation check. Okay. It takes you a few moments while Ray's back there just doing a ritual casting to kind of follow the edging to figure out how the trap operates, what exactly it is. It's really well hidden amongst the debris. But using your thieves tool poke around, you do see it is some sort of trap door that would open up under any pressure into some pit of sorts that you can presume. But you're able to kind of discern its general location, and you figure out the perimeter of it.
Well, I have expertise. My proficiency bonus is doubled for any ability check that uses thieves' tools.
Yeah. Well, now as you've kind of determined the location of it, you can use your thieves' tool to try to activate or destroy or prevent it from opening, jamming it closed. If you want to try to do that.
25.
25. Wow.
25.
Okay.
Wait, you have plus 10? That does not seem right.
At level
because
1?
thieves' tools proficiency is 5 because of my dexterity. My thieves' tool, my dexterity
so it'd be
is
plus 5.
3 with thieves' tools. is 2, but it doubles because of my expertise. So it's
No. Only your proficiency bonus doubles. So it would be your
what I'm reading on
dexterity.
the sheet is proficiency is 5, and so then expertise makes that number double.
Your proficiency should be
No.
2.
In the
Your
tool,
proficiency should be 2.
It says thieves' tools is 5. So it's like,
I'm going to open
Based
up the
on-
character sheet.
it's
Scroll
based
to the
on-
top of your character sheet page where it says proficiency bonus. What's the number there?
2,
Okay. What's your dexterity?
3,
So 3. It should be 7.
5, right? 2 and 3.
Should be 7.
Your total on that roll should be
Yeah.
7.
You're not doubling the whole thing. You're doubling your proficiency bonus. That's what expertise does.
So it's 4 plus your dex,
I mean, it's still a really high roll.
which is still high.
So it just takes 3 away from that. So
Yeah, so it's gonna be 22.
Okay. All right, so it's what is it? 20? You said?
22.
22.
Oh, 22. Okay. Oh yeah, sorry, I was looking at the wrong number. So 22. Yeah, you fumble your thieves' tool for a second. You feel like you're better than you were, but you're still pretty good. You feel around and you're able to kind of figure out where the latching mechanism is that causes the door to open. You look around and you find like an old piece of rock, a thin piece of rock that you're able to use your thieves' tool in the rock to kind of jam the door closed. You somehow break the mechanism and you shut it closed. You press down on the plate itself. It seems to be fairly sturdy. You appear to have disabled the trap.
If I was human, I'd be sweating, but since I'm kind of like a beast, I'm kind of like my tongue's out and I'm panting.
Yeah, it's you really understand the mechanism of this trap, that you could disable it permanently if you want to, or temporarily.
Turn back to the others. Now, I seem to have been able to disable it. What I can do is make it a permanent change, or if we wanted to move through it, it could just be temporary and reactivate if anything's coming behind us.
But if we need to make a hasty escape, we wouldn't want it to be reactivated.
Very true. George speaks wisely.
I do have pretty high wisdom.
I will acquiesce to George's wisdom, since mine is very low, and I will permanently disable it.
All right, you find the
Ray, have you been able to ascertain any sort of magical presence?
Oh, I don't know. Has it been 10 minutes?
Yeah, after some time. Yeah, we'll say it's been 10 minutes. So what's the nature of the spell that you're casting here?
I think it's divination.
Like 30
Yeah,
within
divination.
30 feet of you, any magical presence you
Okay.
become aware of.
Glow, and you can determine the school of magic that it is.
Right,
Yeah.
within 30 feet.
And if there is something, it can like
But I can
glow,
move around.
and you can
after.
find it basically.
Yeah, so it lasts for a certain duration, and as long as that duration is up, when she moves around, like that radius moves with her,
Okay.
so she would be able to see anything magical.
Okay, just keep reminding me about that. So let's. I'll put a giant. Just remind me as we go. But at this time,
Yeah.
Ray, you don't. There's like this ongoing arcanic presence from the Citadel itself, but nothing direct, nothing pinpointing that you can sense from this
I
location.
see. I feel like we're watched.
Apart from my book beside me.
Yeah, you say sense as usual.
What?
You sense Ven's book, magical tome.
Then move a little bit 30 feet away from me, please.
30 feet away.
No, I'm staying close to George. I want him to get hit, not me. Sorry, George. It's for the team.
I want to I want to quickly peruse upward to make sure that there's no like windows where people are like looking down on us right now,
Sure.
observing us.
Yeah, you look up. You kind of point your shield upwards to just cast some light up there, like a lighthouse. There appear to be, you appear to be close to the top of the tower, seeing as you are technically on the wall of the Citadel. So it doesn't ascend too much further up, but there are a few windows. But you can tell the top has crumbled away quite a bit. There's not a lot left. Make a perception check if you wanted to try to see anyone inside.
Can I also take a look
Sure.
up there?
Sure.
18.
Wow, you guys are doing good. Focusing the light of your shields, you just shine the lights. I just presume it's like a flashlight. As it glows and illuminates the area, you look up and there's a lot of rubble up the collapsed wall. You don't see anything peering out at you from the windows. It seems eerily quiet here in the Citadel entrance.
Well, if we're all confident, perhaps we should head towards the door.
Yes.
Emotion.
I want to
I
see if I
can
detect anything as I walk closer to the door.
Sure.
I can use Mage Hand to open the door so no one here has to touch it. Just putting that out there, guys, just in case.
As you have adventured together many times, everyone knows that already, Ven, because you've done it like 1,000 times.
Yep.
All right, so
I
who's
like
going?
to remind people, though. I got some uses, even though I have no spells left.
Who's going first? Who's crossing the courtyard first?
As usual, George will trek ahead.
All
I'm
right.
following behind George.
Classic
Okay.
George
So
move.
George, as you approach next to Tedwin, make a dexterity check. One at a time, please.
Oh.
20.
Your heavy footfalls crack and crunch the stone below you. You feel it shift and move below your feet, but you just saunter on beside Tedwin. Ray, if you're moving now.
Yeah, I'm following.
All right,
behind.
please do the same. Dex.
What do I have to do? Dex
acrobatics.
check?
Acrobatics. Sorry.
Acrobatics save or just a check?
Check. It's a check.
Ooh,
you're-
look at that!
yeah, you-
I'm so
you're-
acrobatic.
You being a little, just like George, but smaller and chunkier.
Yeah.
You kind of just follow in his footsteps. You know it's safe. You continue on.
Not that much smaller either, because George is only 5'4", but
You're still 1 foot taller than me, okay?
It makes a
That
difference.
counts.
All right.
No, the tiny little 3'2" gnome goes last.
All right. And same thing for you. Wolf.
6.
Oh no.
Oh, geez. Where are you?
Careful, man!
Oh
As,
my goodness, how'd you get over this?
Careful now,
Tall.
then. Careful. Watch
Yeah,
your step.
Okay. Yeah. As you walk over towards your companions, there's a kind of a large piece of rock that you kind of just jump over, precariously, leaping over it. And as you land on the other side of it, you feel your foot just give way to the rubble. The rubble
Oh, that's the ankle.
crashes low, low, and
That's the
you
ankle.
all hear rock falling behind you as you turn around and you see descend into the wall itself. He falls into a self-made pit.
Ben?
I immediately pull out my rope, my hempen rope.
How much damage did I take?
I'm just
How deep is that?
you don't take any damage. It's not too deep.
Oh, thank goodness.
Actually, you're tiny, aren't you?
I'm small.
Yeah, so we're gonna say you took some damage. Well, a little minimal damage.
No. But minimal
What-
damage at
what
level
is
1?
A lot of damage right now.
Yeah, I know that's a problem, right? Like it gets better, guys. I don't have my D4.
Just
Oh,
wait until we get to Team of Horrors, guys.
You fall. You take 4.
Ah!
We'll say 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
That's like taking 20 points of damage at level 7.
And as you land Wolvencliff into your little pit, you can hear this. You hear a sudden scurrying and screeching and chattering, and the hungry sounds of more giant rats as you
Do I-
disturbed a rat nest below. In the
This is
So yeah, I throw my
This is
rope
how-
down and hold down to the one end.
And I say, Ven, quickly, climb.
okay.
This is gonna suck. You better pull me up.
We're gonna just do some quick initiatives again. Here, real quick.
I'll pull.
Can I help George pulling on the rope?
Well, we gotta roll initiative apparently. So
Yeah, but I mean, can I still help you?
Hey, I used to have good initiative today.
All right, just give me 1 second here, please.
Oh, we're rolling, right? Yes. Ah, crap! I forgot to click my character again. Oh no, I did that.
2 giant rats scurry from underneath the rubble, now disturbed by the fallen rocks, attracted to your presence, come jumping out. Oh, jeez.
Oh, am I not in this initiative?
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Did I? Let me make sure you're there.
if you just select your token and roll, it'll add you.
Yeah, I forgot to select my token again.
Oh, I see. Yeah,
All right, George, I have you there twice. Which one's your real?
the one that's 8.
Okay. All right.
Wow,
Yeah,
we're all rolling low this time.
We
Oh,
all
gee.
die immediately.
No fun.
Killed by giant rats before ever entering the Sunless Citadel.
Before
Getting
back
like
to
last
our-
place on the leaderboard.
I think our DM forgot that we have less players playing today.
I'm still not in the turn order.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
Sorry.
I mean, at least
All right, you're in.
then I guess he can climb the rope
Hey,
himself.
these
and-
things are written for 4 characters. Generally 4 people. Yeah, just the right amounts.
But are you
I'm
making
still
it
not in the
tougher?
turn order. I'll just roll again. Now I am.
Oh. Okay. You're 22?
17.
Oh, 17.
Who had 22?
But I probably can't see anything.
No. So the
Climb, then, climb.
it's a surprise attack as these giant rats come and jumping out at you guys.
Come on.
So real quick here, the first rat attacks Ray,
Ah! How rude!
snapping at your feet as you guys are distracted by the. Oh,
Don't tell me it's a natural.
it's a natural 20.
Are you
It
kidding
comes
me?
scurrying out of the rocks and just clamps onto your ankle, doing 8 points of piercing damage.
Wait a minute. There's something I can do.
All right, well, we better do it as it onto the cleric's leg.
Wait. am
There's
I
a
gonna
reason
waste
there's
this?
a death count in this.
Okay, no. I'm not gonna use that yet. Well, wait. Should I?
Make your decision quick.
I know. I'm gonna use my Wrath of the. Wait, I just want to make sure it doesn't hurt anyone else.
That was almost epic. Wrath of Wait.
Yes, I am gonna use my Wrath of the Storm,
Oh.
which is when a creature 5 feet of me I can. Oh wait, is it? I can't see it. Did I see it
Oh
attacking
yeah,
me?
well, it's a surprise attack, so it gets you before you see it. That's the idea.
Fuck. Damn it.
All right, so you take 4.
Well, yeah,
no,
but if this is a reaction,
Okay,
you
yeah.
would see it after
But
it
it
attacks you.
specifies that it's a creature that I see, though.
Yeah, but like
Your attack.
in other words, you couldn't do it on somebody who was hidden. This rat isn't hidden; it just got the jump on you. Like you can
Okay.
see it.
All right,
So
go
I
for it.
use my reaction to cause the creature to make a dex saving throw,
Okay.
and the creature takes 2d8 lightning damage.
All right. It does. Dex save is 14.
Oh no! Wait, how much is my? It makes it.
Ooh.
See, half
So
that?
it takes, half of that. Also, I just realized I don't have this on any character sheet, so I'm gonna have to roll it naturally.
Okay.
The old way. Sorry. It's 2d8, right? 2d8.
2d8. Wow.
2d8.
So it takes 5 points of damage.
It takes 5 points of damage.
All right. As it clamps down at your little ankle, 8 points of piercing damage. You wield your deity's powers and you shock it through your body, and the electricity goes through your metal plating and into this rat's mouth. And just you see its skeleton for a second. It fries off its tail, but it still stands there smoldering. The other one jumps up and attacks you, Kedwin. 19 to hit,
Yep.
doing 6 points of piercing damage.
I'm unconscious again.
And he comes down
Oh
there.
no.
That's
I haven't attacked once.
It's okay. You'll get your time. So at the top of the list, Wolvenclove.
I climb.
All right, so make a strength athletics check.
Athletics. Natural 20.
Yeah. You just,
I climb because I'm
scared.
so scared right now.
Yeah. Using half your movement, I would say climb out of the pits.
How deep is the pit?
It's about 10 feet at the most, give or take. You manage to get up.
Okay, yeah, I get up and have 5 more feet. Sweet.
Yeah, I'll say you used half your movement because you got a natural.
Okay. So I still my action, right?
Yes.
Sweet. Firebolt. Rat a rat.
All right. We're gonna say there's a pit here, so please place yourself somewhere else.
Okay, so I climb up. Well, I guess. Sure. I
On
climb
top
up
of Tedwin.
like over here. Yeah,
Okay,
because I've been
okay.
climbing up to Tedwin, so I climb up over there.
Yeah, you see Tedwin's on the ground again, bleeding from a bite under the armpits.
Well, let's talk. I firebolt that rat since I came up here.
All right.
Give me a second. Sorry, I don't have any quick things set up.
It's all right.
23 to hit.
Yeah.
2 points
2
of
points of
damage.
It's what is it? A firebolt?
Firebolt, yeah.
Firebolt! Phew! It scatters over the landscape, illuminating the area for about a second as it burns the fur off of Giant Rat. It hisses, but still has his gaze on Tedwin. It's fierce, hungry gaze. All right. It is now the Giant Rat's turn. It turns attention to Ray, continuing to bite at you, Ray. As you electrocuted it, it's smoldering, but it's still going.
Oh,
23 to hit, Ray.
what?
23
Oh
to
my
hit.
gosh.
What the? How the? What? How? This
As
makes sense. Like, there's no way I can avoid this as a level 1.
yeah, I know.
And it's rats, literally.
Yawning
it
Portal
is.
is like Dark Souls for D&D.
As you shake it off, it comes back and bites you in the other ankle, doing piercing damage.
How much?
4 points of piercing damage.
Oh well, it does make 4 points of damage.
Sorry?
Yeah, I mean, I take 4 points of damage.
Okay.
Are you unconscious?
Nope. This is the first damage I take.
You took so
you took 8 before.
I took 8 before?
Yeah.
Yeah, the other bite still went.
Well, when you did your,
Oh,
your
shit.
thunder, whatever, storm thing, you still took 8 damage.
Oh, really? So then I'm
Yeah.
unconscious.
Well then, looks like it's just you and I. One rat for the both of us.
We got this, Teddy. Wait, you're not Teddy, you're George. We got this, Georgie.
Ray, it's your turn. Make a death saving throw.
Already?
No, it's Tedwin's turn.
It was
I
Ray's
didn't
turn.
even get
She's
one
12.
turn.
Oh, sorry. I don't know why
No,
you guys did it
3.
twice. Sorry. Okay. Sorry.
You have all of our old ones for some reason,
Oh,
but
that's
we
fair.
can't see that in our turn order.
Oh, really?
I died before even.
Because they're from another map.
Gotcha. Okay.
DMs can have... Yeah, anyways, whatever.
Gotcha. Okay. Tedwin. So Tedwin's 9, right? Is that what you guys see? Because I got Tedwin here
I'm
twice too.
9, yeah.
Okay. Tedwin. Oh, that could have been bad.
Oh, brother.
This was a fun game.
We put a safe point at the top of the hill, right?
Like,
This is
We're
Your
having
character
lots of fun.
George.
Okay.
Okay.
Kill both rats, George. Kill them both.
I turn to the rat. I turn to the rat on my left, the one that attacked Ray,
Mhm.
and I swing my longsword at it. 22 to hit.
Yep.
6 points of slashing damage. Does the beast live?
Now it does not. Its charred body from being electrocuted just flakes away as you cut it in half, and it dies.
Okay, then I'm going to run over here,
Oh.
and using my shield mastery.
Make another
Oh, right.
dexterity check, acrobatics check.
Right, I forgot about this.
Oh no!
Oh.
Wait,
Board
okay,
wipe.
hold on. But like you said, okay, yeah, all right, fine.
Sorry, what?
Try to argue.
I'm good for arguing cases here.
The
What do you
DM's
say?
desperate.
What do
to
you
keep us
say?
alive.
I mean, I was gonna say you said that the trap area was like dug out fine, but I went off the trap anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, sorry, it's not the trap that's triggering.
No, I know.
Okay. So as you get to about here, quick to just try to get around the giant rat, you misplace your footing and you slip, and you cause some of the rubble to part, and you fall into a pit of your own.
Ven, a little assistance.
Don't worry,
Doing-
I got you. Give me a second.
Doing 1 point of bludgeoning damage as you land.
Oh god, the rats are killing me. The falling is killing you.
All right,
Traps.
I want someone to roll me a D100 because I don't want to be the one that causes this. You hear as George, you fall. You guys begin to hear more skittering and scattering of creatures all around you.
Oh, great.
But
86 rats.
it seems to the presence of the rats seems to subside, except for the giant one that's attacking you guys now.
Oh, thank goodness.
Oh, well, that's great.
But you get the sense that this area is infested with giant rats.
So how deep is this pit that I fell in?
About 10 feet.
10 feet? Okay.
So you landed with a thud, and prone. So we'll say that's your movement. You still have an action if you want. No, you kill someone.
Yeah, I have a
Bonus
bonus
action.
action, but which I was gonna use, but now I can't. So.
So if creature attacks a downed person, automatic critical failure or automatic?
just-
No, it gets advantage. Oh wait, sorry, you're talking about like
It's
a
an
dead
auto.
person?
Yeah,
It's auto crit.
It's an auto. No, well, it's an auto
fail.
fail.
It's
No,
not-
if they take damage, it's an auto fail.
Yeah.
If they get attacked, it's an auto crit,
Which is
and
two
a
auto
crit counts as 2 fails.
Sorry, Tedwin. Wait, we ain't going light here on this one.
Permadead.
No! Attack Ben!
The giant rat sees its prey, and they are hungry as nothing comes down to this layer of Sunless Citadel very often. It sees its prey in its eyes, and it's looking quite good. Let me make that attack with advantage.
Doesn't it think I'm on his team because I'm a bugbear?
All the more reason why it attacks you with a natural 20.
What?
You watch as
Oh,
the
no.
giant rat leaps onto Tedwood and just starts going for the eyes. It goes for the soft parts first. It starts just chowing into and burrowing into Tedwood's face. It is a bloody mess. You all hear this giant boom, like a poof. And you just hear, Tedwin Rothschild, death by giant rats. As this rat is devouring Tedwin. Don't worry, Tedwin.
Well, that doesn't sound good at all, does it?
Ray, it's your turn.
Teddy, you okay, buddy? And I firebolt him.
No, it's Ray's
Ray's
turn.
turn.
He's gotta make a
Oh,
death saving throw.
Alright, one
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
So basically, this rat's gonna attack me, and I'm gonna go join
Wolven Clove,
Tedwin
yeah.
somewhere on the other Earth.
it's a Waffen Clove, but you know.
Finish it off.
I got one thing. We're gonna firebolt him. 15
That
to
hit.
hit.
That hits.
You guys should be mourning.
2 points of fire damage.
Oh no. It's smoldering,
Oh,
but it's still just chowing down on Tedwin. At which point Tedwin is dead. Anything else, Ven?
One of you is a cleric, right? You can resurrect.
no, I'm the cleric.
Bonus action. No,
And
I don't got any bonus
there's
actions
no
yet.
level 1 resurrection.
Tedwin,
spells.
you feel yourself kind of leave your body, and you're watching now from a kind of an overview.
Spectator.
You're spectating the battle from above. You can see your body there being torn apart.
No, that's not happening. Wolverbane takes off his headset and he's like, "That's bullshit."
And you watch as Tedwin, yeah, you take it off, and you see your companions are just sitting in the room, just with this. They're sweating a little bit. George, your turn.
Okay, so this is rubble, so I could feasibly climb out without a rope.
It's yeah. You still need to do an athletics check.
Yeah, but like I can. What I'm saying
Yeah.
is I don't have to have a rope secured to anything.
No.
Okay, well I'm gonna attempt to climb out.
All right.
You know
Athletics.
what's good, Wolverbane, is that afterwards, you know exactly
22.
what to look for when you play the game again.
All right. You managed to get up, George. No problem at all.
Hey, wait, this is a video game. There should be like one
Quick save.
like extra life.
I see the
I
rat
ate that rat. I got the extra life from his from its
feasting
corpse.
upon Tedwin, and I exclaim, "I will avenge you, my brother!" And I pull out my longsword once more and swing down.
All right.
Swing away.
7
Oh
to hit.
no!
Yeah. No. You. It runs. It sees Ray now, who's on the ground, just bleeding profusely. It's trapped into that blood. It scurries past your attack.
Okay, so now that I am standing, I will use my bonus action to shove the creature with my shield,
Okay.
which I can do as a bonus action because, as a variant human, I took the shield mastery feat.
Excellent.
So I believe this is an athletics competition.
Yep.
24 is my roll.
You win.
And I will shove the rat down into the pit.
All right. You bash it off your companion Tedwin. Now you see his face, and his face is basically just a bloody mess, and it's quite disgusting as the rat falls into the pit below. And you hear just the bone crunch as some rubble falls past it. Some rocks fall behind it and just crushes them. Dies.
And I ready myself again in case anything is about to come.
Silence kind of befalls the battlefield as dust settles. Quietness. Silence.
Okay.
Eventually I kind of go at ease and I say, Ven, see what you can do about Ray.
You check out Teddy.
I do so. I bend down and it's pretty quickly clear that he has perished.
So here's the interesting idea here. I was thinking, like, obviously, Tedwin, like, you're able to bring Tedwin back, your companions back. His death doesn't mean the end of his venture. It's just one mark of death upon your beautiful group of.
Oh, we get a bad score or something.
You've got one. You just know just on the scoreboard in the Yawning Portal. There's just a tick on the death
right.
tracker as Tedwin has gone down. So I was thinking, it kind of sucks. I don't know if it's going to work too much, but after a long rest, Tedwin would come back. Like you can retrieve your companions after a long rest.
So like the person playing George, he's experienced. He's played this game before. He knows this. So
Yeah.
he kind of explains this to Wolvenclove, who is Rogadar. And so Wolvenclove is like perhaps a bit surprised that he doesn't seem too shaken by the whole thing. Like, not to worry, my friend. We need merely take a long rest, and our companion will be back and ready to fight once again.
Start to fight. I haven't
That's
fought yet.
some interesting magic.
You're not a
Well,
warrior
this
barbarian.
is just a game, you know.
Oh,
We're just playing a game.
oh, cool.
But if you can, see if you can stabilize Ray. No
Oh,
sense in getting.
I tried. She's going fast.
Oh my.
Oh god.
I rolled a 6 on my medicine check.
Arrow, Ray, make another death
Oh
saving.
no. That's really, really bad. I could be joining Tywin soon.
Tedwin.
Tedwin. Oh yes.
Tywin Lannister.
At
Oh
this
my
point, I'm
goodness.
using prestidigitation just to clean up all the blood that she's using to try and keep it look decent.
All right, she's continuing to bleed out on the floor. What do you guys do?
I mean, so it would come around to my turn.
Yes,
I'm
sure.
gonna try to make my way over to her.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Half the challenge. Acrobatics check.
I'm gonna say that since you stepped over Tedwin's body, you know the area is safe. for now.
Okay.
He's kind of like disputing the weights.
Oh man. Oh
Natural
no.
one.
You
No.
My medicine
You-
is so good.
you make it even
Oh,
worse.
God.
She's
Then-
going really fast.
Make our
Like,
death saving throw because you prod your fingers into the wrong
Oh,
hole. Into the
this
wrong
is just
wounds.
like this is just like the worst.
Oh
Oh,
What?
I rolled a 3 on my initiative. Then I failed my death saving throw, rolling a 5.
You press your hands, George, into the like kind of on the part of the body where all the blood is, and it just spurts out all this blood, and she breathes out her last breath. You hear this
So I
big
take
booming
off my
voice,
helmet.
I can say, damn it, Ven, I'm a paladin, not a doctor.
and all you hear is "Raise Storm Shield! Died by poor medicine checks." And
Well,
it's just George
Doesn't
and
appear that the rough and tumblers are off
So
to a very
Zaya
good
and
start.
Wolverbane
we're
are
off to
gonna go
a rough
have drinks.
start. Now we gotta get to the tumbling part.
oh, you've done the tumbling. You fall into a bunch of.
Oh, true. We did reverse order. Let's get to the and part.
Good luck, guys.
Well, I mean, we may as well go back to the inn and start anew tomorrow.
Can Ray can
Unless
Zaya
you
make a
feel
new
brave
character?
enough unless you feel brave enough to continue on, just the two of us.
You know what? Let's see what's through that door so we know for next time.
I like it.
So I don't mind the characters coming
Oh.
back under certain circumstances. I don't want it to be kind of like ruining the challenge though. That's my problem. I feel like long rests are fair. What do you guys think?
It's time to do a long rest.
No, I think long rest makes sense.
Okay.
Okay.
But if Ven is bold enough to go forward, then George certainly is too.
I cast Mage Hand and I just shoved the door open to look in.
All right.
Run as far as possible. Just try to check out the place as much as possible.
Ven, realizing that George doesn't seem too concerned about the death of your companions. Why would you? You shoot open the door to a
Get
dark
ready to run, George.
and dank looking.
Just dash, man. Dash.
Is that a bloody corpse that I see?
You see, you see the body of what appears
As
to be
I shine my shield in, completely unstealthy.
you shine your light in, and you see what appears to be it seems to be the bodied corpse of a goblin.
Oh,
That's
someone's already done our job for us.
Yes, exactly. Looks like our work is done here. I want to shine my light to the left and to the right, get a full
Okay.
view of this room
Sure.
as I peer in.
I would like to ready a firebolt just in case there's something there.
Okay. Sounds good.
Oh my gosh, this is the death saving throw.
All right. You shine your light into what appears to be the shell of the old tower. The circular area is cobbled with cracked granite, upon which sprawl the bodies of 4 goblins, apparently slain in combats. One corpse stands with its back against the western wall, the spear that killed it still skewering it and holding it upright. 3 wooden doors lead from this area. A hollow tower of loose masonry reaches 30 feet into the air, but the intervening floors and the stairs are gone, except for a couple crumbling ledges.
I would like to firebolt the corpse.
All right, which one?
Wait, there's multiple?
There's 4 corpses. One which stands upright against the western wall with a spear piercing it. It kind of keeps it aloft along the wall.
Then it appears that our previous adventurers have had some level of success on their journey.
I wonder if they just had 2 people as well.
Well, we've already been told, Ven, how many people there were, but
Oh, right, they had 4.
sure. I want to examine the corpses for anything useful.
Okay. Make a investigation check.
4.
I would like to search the corpses he doesn't check.
Sure.
So
Make an
basically
investigation.
this one over here, basically.
Okay.
I'll take the one here and the one that's speared to the wall.
Okay.
21.
All right. Just 1 second here. Then you find amongst the bodies roughly 12 silver pieces.
Sweet.
But aside from that, they seem to have been dead for quite some time. Their gear's not very well maintained.
Rotten.
It hasn't rotten. They haven't. Their skins begin to sink. They die within the last couple months at least. George, you don't really. Your big bulky hands can't really find the good hiding crevices, but you do look at the one goblin that's pierced up against the wall. What do you do with that body? Are you just looking at it?
I am going to. Does the spear look to be in good condition?
It looks to be a.
Also, is it a spear or a javelin?
It's a spear.
It is a spear. Okay.
Yeah, a long wooden shaft, and you can see that the spear point has pierced the goblin. It seems to be of what good make. It doesn't seem crude like the goblin weapons. It seems to be of a solid make.
Then it appears that one of the adventurers left their weapons behind.
I found some silver.
Ah, well, excellent. We'll pay our
Drinks
tavern
on me
fees.
at the tavern back home.
Indeed. Well, I mean, no sense in letting this go to waste.
And I reach out and I grab the spear and I pull it out of the goblin.
All right, you hear like kind of like the stonework splinter as you pull it out. The body immediately slumps to the ground, leaving a stain of blood behind it on the wall. But as you look at the wall, there seems to be something written behind his body.
Let me guess, it's in goblin.
No, it's a kind of a rune. It's a runic style script. What language do you guys speak or read? Sorry.
I know Common, Dwarven, and Celestial.
On top of that, I know Elvish, Sylvan, and Gnomish.
You guys don't recognize the script.
I do have a Draconic alphabet on me.
You look at your book of Draconic lettering. I don't know where you get this stuff from, Ven, but okay.
Backstory. I wrote it into my backstory. I have 3 different
you just
translation books on me because
Okay.
I'm studying my languages.
Sure.
They're for my first feat.
And in my backstory, I have this little resurrection necklace that just brings me back to life whenever I want.
I needed a reason to get the language feat at 4th level, and this is the best reason I could come up with.
So Wolven Clove, you come over and take a look. You don't recognize, you can't read it, you don't know what they say, but you've seen these runes before. You pull out your Draconic book, and you just kind of go through the alphabets, and you're able to match the runes to kind of the page, the lettering. Does this book allow you to?
Not at all.
Okay, but you're able to discern that it's definitely
It's Draconic,
the
basically.
Draconic language. Yes.
Cool. It's written Draconic. I cannot read it though.
Well, no sense in wasting time staring at something we can't understand. Which door shall we try?
I take out a coin. Heads or tails?
No, open one of each.
Let's go with heads.
I flip the coin. Wait, that door's heads. And I point to the left one, and that one's tails. And I catch the coin.
All right. What do you got?
roll a d2.
Yep. It was tails.
So
So the north door.
The north door.
Onward to glory.
And mage hand to open it.
All right. At which point, I mean,
I stay back. This will be our standard way of going through doors when it's just me and Ven. I will stand back, sword and shield at the ready to attack anything that comes through, and Ven's mage hand will push open the door.
all right. So I think for the purposes of just everything, I think if you do a short rest, your companions will come back, or can choose to come back, but it's like they were stabilized with 1 HP. so
Oh.
they don't get the effects of the
We don't
the short
actually
rest.
revive.
But
with
you
all
become
our
you come up with, if you want to, join the party.
I could go for a short rest. I could get a spell back.
Take 2 short rests in a row.
Well, I mean, I'm feeling as chipper as a squirrel, but
Done.
If
We'll
you
open
would-
the door, and I open the door.
All right.
I meant to say, but let's rest. But okay.
All right. Okay. You open the door. It swings open. Just
That was a
kicking
DM
dust.
warning, by the way.
It
when
wasn't.
he gave us that out.
No, not really. I just I know Paisley over here gets angsty, even though he's not a barbarian and shouldn't be getting himself killed. You open the door.
I
and
did
leap
not
through it.
have the opportunity to even do a single thing this game.
Me neither.
That's not
The only
true. You
thing I did-
disarmed the trap.
I
You
only
wouldn't have gotten this
stabilized-
far without your help.
I was useless too. I did even
you,
less. I only stabilized you. A whole.
you open the doorway, and it appears to be a long corridor with rooms on north, the south, and the far west.
Does anything adorn the walls?
There doesn't seem to be any sort of inscriptions or anything. It seems to be a very simple room. But make a perception check.
Do I know anything about the history of this place? Like
Natural
you
20.
briefly told us, but
Mhm. Yeah, you can make a history check.
11.
I'm good at history, I think.
Like we know that there's the apple, and we
Mhm.
know that the
25.
goblins bring one
Mhm.
every, but we don't know anything else unless
Right.
Ben knows. Something.
Yeah. So you kind of, as you're going through this, looking down this hallway, you kind of try to recall the history of the Sunless Citadel. George, you know that the basic rumors of the legends of this large sort of temple that you find yourselves in. It's rumored that it was built as sort of a retreat of an ancient and old dragon cult. The rumors have never been proven, but that's what people have come to believe what this structure was for. But it was razed to the ground and sunk into the earth when Mount Hotno erupted about 30 years ago, devastating a large portion of Neverwinter, as well as the small village of Thunder Tree, which those of you might recall from Tales of Phandalin, is what destroyed the city, the town. But when that mountain erupted, it's the citadel had sunk to the earth. Then, you also recall this knowledge, and you kind of recall the area around the Sunless Citadel, the Ashen Plains that you had crossed to get here, it being a desolate wasteland of rock and rubble. You know that this was caused by the rampaging of long ago of a dragon named Ashardalon. Very people know this fact, but you, smart in history, know that this area was once realmed by Ashardalon. Putting two and two together, knowing that this was a dragon retreat, possibly, and that dragon roamed here, kind of put the two and two together, possibly being the purpose of this on the Citadel.
Was that what Ven knew?
Yes. Yeah, you know.
Okay, cool. He was explaining that while, just holding a pipe in his one hand.
There's a dragon, say? Its name's...
And there's dragons and this other thing, and you put two
As
and two
As
together.
I peer down the hallway and it's blank, but I shine my shield down and I see 3 doors. I say,
well, then, you know that I'm as ready to go as you are, but perhaps we should take a short rest if our companions would be able to help us explore this place. It seems as though it goes on for quite some time.
Yes. Perhaps having a stealthy person as Teddy is would be a good thing to have.
Well, I'm not so sure that I feel good about sending him in the front anymore, but
But he
But-
always goes in the front. He's always been fine. He's just having an off day.
listen, if we choose to bring our companions back early, they will be very weak. They
Oh.
should probably stay in the back. Not to worry, and of course my shield will defend us all.
And I'll just stand at the back and open the doors. It works well.
Perfect. Like we've always done.
Exactly. Shall we go outside then? It sounded pretty skittery. Should we stay in here?
I feel as though crossing that death trap outside is probably worse than chilling in here for a little while. We needn't sleep or anything like that. We can stay on our toes, but we'll just relax against the walls.
Do we have to drag their bodies in here? Or will they just appear beside us, or will they come out there?
George, having experience in the whatever your real name is, you know that they will essentially spawn, come into being with you guys. They'll kind of just reappear in their wounded state. So no need to retrieve their bodies, especially since Tedwin doesn't have a head.
Well, let's make use of these corpses for some warmth, I suppose.
I got that covered. I'm good, thanks.
Oh, okay. Care to prepare a fire for us then?
I do. Is there... Oh, the broken spear. Do you want that spear, or can we use it for firewood?
It's not broken. It's in perfect condition.
It's a little chipped.
It's a little chipped.
I'd say... Oh, very well then. I still say we just burn the corpses of these foul beasts, but...
Sure, that works too. We drag a corpse over, and I use precipitation to start
I grab all of them over, one by one, and just drag them into a pile.
Alright, their meat has essentially sunk to the bone almost, but there's enough to get the fire started.
Well, they were wearing rags, presumably, of some sort.
Yeah. They're a little damp, but you manage to work your way through it. You create this nice raging goblin bonfire.
Let's set up by the entrance so that, should anything come down the halls, we are alerted to its presence.
Let's hope the rats don't want goblin bonfire food.
Let's hope. So you begin your short rest. You can do your hit dice if you wish.
Yes, please.
At which
I
point,
only lost 1 hit point, so
Wolverbane is off sauntering somewhere without his head.
So we get there at the end of the rest or at the beginning of the rest? Because that makes a big difference.
You don't get the benefits of the rest, but you come at the end of the rest. Wolverbane's taken off his head device. So Tedwin is nowhere to be seen.
I'm here. What are you talking about?
Oh, did you put it back on? So Zaya, Ray, and Tedwin kind of have this overview perspective, watching your companions saunter around this tower. Your vision just swoops down, and you find yourself standing next to your companions.
Oh, hello. I still have an X drawn on myself. Oh, I'm back at 1 HP. I'm so weak.
Tedwin, Ray, we decided to take a short rest that you might join us in our glorious exploration of the Sunless Citadel.
Georgie and I have a good plan that's been working for us.
That's George, then.
Georgie and I, George, have a plan that's been working well for us.
I'll say you guys can use 1 hit dice.
I can use
They
it.
only have 1 hit.
All right, so you can use your hit dice, but you can't get your spell slots back.
Well, I
Woo!
technically can.
That was
No. So
really
you guys know.
Yeah,
that
Did we level up?
yeah, you leveled down. As
You're
being
now a
a-
level 0 rogue. All of your class abilities are gone.
you
You
are
have the
just a
stats of a
commoner.
commoner.
You have 2 hit points or something.
4, I believe, is the
Oh,
default.
4.
Well, I think we'll keep you two in the back. You're looking a little worse for wear.
Yes, I think that would be a very good idea. I
I'm
wasn't
being
in the
worse.
front last time, but okay.
Yes,
As
you were.
Tedwin just spews out these salty words, so salty about his death. What do you guys do? You guys complete your short rest. The bonfire, the goblins emit a stank. However, Tedwin's nose finds it delicious. Oddly.
I care not. And I say,
All right, then. May as well put this out. No point in wasting it. Perhaps we can come back here and start it again if we need to.
Same tunnel?
Seems as good as any. Onward to victory!
And I go back to the door.
I post
and
up
I
behind him.
peer
And
down the hall, particularly down at the floor for any sign of traps.
Sure. Make a perception check.
12.
The floor is so well designed. It has stood up to the ages.
All looks well, my friends. Let's go.
And I head down the hallway while nervously glancing at the DM.
I mean, technically I rolled a 20 last time I looked down the hall.
Yeah, venue, it looks pretty solid.
Cool. Perfect.
This area seems to be pretty untouched from the desolation of this castle.
Well then, it looks like we have 3 doors now. We can't do our coin flip method.
Hold up. We can do this. Okay, I take out 2 coins. If they're both heads, door on the left. If they're both tails, door on the right. If they're different, door straight ahead.
Well, that's uneven odds, but sure.
Door straight ahead.
Excellent.
And I ready myself. Stand just off to the side while the mage hand does its work.
And once the other 2 in the hallway, mage hand to open it. Assuming it's not locked.
All right. I'm just reading really quickly of what demise befalls you. Let's see here.
A dragon's breath engulfs the tunnel. You all die.
Okay, let me just... As the door swings open, I guess you're peering right into it, George, or you're just kind of looking into
Well,
it?
right. So to start, I'm off the side with a reaction readied in case anything comes through it.
Okay.
I'll attack it. But so Wolvenclove has the better view through the door when it opens. I'm just kind of at the ready.
Ooh, there's a table in there.
You see Wolvenclove as you open up the door with your mage hands. Yeah, you see a small, it's sort of a wooden bench draped with a green cloth. Several small objects rest upon it. At the end, opposite of the table, you can kind of see what appears to be a bedroll. George, and well, the rest of you guys kind of, but George definitely. You just hear the sound of a slight whimpering coming from within the next chamber.
I kind of somewhat quietly, but George isn't very good at keeping his voice down. He kind of motions to Wolvenclove and says,
It appears that somebody's in distress. Perhaps one of our adventurer friends.
Okay. I would like to stealthily look in there.
All right, make a stealth check.
After the door has just opened. I understand this.
Yeah. Trust me, it works.
It works. 11.
11.
I'm not very stealthy.
All right, so let me just read this real quick here. You can talk amongst yourselves. Don't make this awkward.
Nope, I'm waiting. I'm committed to waiting.
What do you see, then?
Well,
all right.
I got some stuff in my pipe I gotta clean out first. Give me a second.
As you peer into the room stealthily, looking right and left.
A bright red head comes out from the hallway.
All right, so what do we got here, ladies and gentlemen? You look into the room, Wolvenclove, and what appears to be a larger chamber, crudely executed symbols and glyphs, scribed in bright green dye, decorate this chamber, an irregular shaped crumbling chamber. A large pit in the center shows evidence of a recent fire. A metallic cage in the middle of the southern wall contains a gaping hole and stands empty. A small wooden bench draped with green cloth is next to the cage with several small objects resting on it. And again, on the opposite side, a bedroll lies near the wooden bench. And you see, staring into the gaping hole of the cage is a... Oh no!
Did you quit Roll20 again? Oh my goodness.
What'd you say?
Did he?
The DM dies.
Did he?
One death count.
And staring into the gaping hole in the cage, whimpering to himself, is a small kobold. He's got to that point where he's whimpered so much that just coughing, he's trying to force it out, but it just gets real awkward.
From what I know about kobolds, firebolt.
You would
Oh,
check.
well, I whispered to George, there's a kobold in there. We should deal with it fast.
A look of disgust comes over George's face, and he's like,
Foul creatures. Take it
Perfect.
out. There's just one of
Firebolts.
them. Just one of them, yes?
Just one. 23 to hit.
Yes, that hits.
For 3 points of fire damage.
and I will charge at the same time as he does that.
Okay.
So I enter the room and
I'm
swing
gonna
my
get
long
closer as
sword.
well.
If I
Okay.
attack
Swing my
at the same
long
time,
sword at the creature.
would I be getting a surprise attack?
Yeah, if you guys were kind of coordinating your attack, yeah.
19
Yes.
to hit.
Let us coordinate.
That hits.
9 points of slashing damage.
Okay. And Tedwin, you're doing something.
And then, well, as my bonus action,
Oh, geez.
I will. I'll try to shove the creature prone. So athletics contest.
Sure.
Natural 20. As I just bash this thing to the ground. with
Whoa,
my,
I got a natural 22. And I'm doing a surprise attack, so I get an extra 2d6 damage.
You don't have reach though. You'll have to come right up.
I do.
He has reach from the
I'm
bugbear.
long-limbed. I got a 10-foot
Oh,
range.
interesting.
One of the few ways for Rogue to
And
get
I got
reach.
And
perfect.
you roll 2d6.
The weeping kobold Meepo doesn't even have a chance to react as the party of the rough and tumblers descend upon his
I got 24.
wallowing in self-pity. As you guys just descend upon him and blast him with firebolts, cut him up with a sword, thrust his dying body to the ground, and just basically tear him apart. The kobold is left in a bloody mess. His whimpering cries fade away.
One less disgusting lizard creating a blight upon these lands. Come.
And you know, he
Let us
sounded
examine.
sad. He's out of his misery now.
This is gonna make things interesting.
Let us examine our surroundings.
Oh, no.
I want to examine as well.
I
Uh,
played
check-
my character exactly.
It's perfect. It's perfect. You know what?
Exactly how I wrote him.
Death count going sky high. All right, what do you guys do?
I checked the table.
Me
Okay.
too. I want to check the table.
All right.
He
Investigation.
is definitely an important
perception.
story character, though.
Yeah, make an investigation check.
Now we are.
Wait, no, sorry. You said there were runes on the wall?
Yeah, so you see there's kind of etched around the rune in green ink is runes.
Cool. No, I'm gonna investigate those. That's what I want to investigate.
Okay.
Oh wait,
You-
I cast guidance on myself before.
Okay. Using the book again to your draconic book, you do see this is also written in draconic.
I should really learn Draconic.
Yeah.
Gotta work on that one.
Yeah.
14.
You're looking at the bench, Ray?
Isn't it a table? No, it's a bench.
That's a bench table. They're
Okay.
tiny creatures, so it's a table to them.
I want to pick through the remains of the fire.
Okay. Ray, you look. It seems to be this bench seems to serve as a kind of a tiny altar. Resting on it are containers of green dye that's used for the runes around you that you see. A paintbrush made of. Okay. There's a paintbrush made of goblin hair bristles. And you see there are 4 tiny jade figurines of dragons. These are worth 15 gold pieces each. Write it down. Make a perception check, George, as you sift through the remains of the fire pit.
Can I
7.
stealthily
15 each?
through the corpse of the kobold for things?
Kobold?
Kobold.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, Ray. Aside from that,
Poke through with my sword just to see if there's anything interesting.
it's you see a lot of bone, ash. You can't find anything amongst the debris, but it's a large pit, quite a large pit.
What check am I using?
It would have cooked up a large food. You're searching the body, Ted one?
Yes.
Make an investigation.
9.
You search through the body of this kobold's. Looked like he had on himself some sort of a lasso type device, like a leather strap, kind of like one would use as a beast master kind of thing to tame creatures. His body is full of kind of claw marks and scars that indicate that he, dealt with some vicious creatures in his time.
I'm gonna take that.
Yeah, it's a piece of leather strap, really. It's kind of like a large belt. He also, he has on his belt as well what appears to be a large iron key.
Ooh, I'm taking that. Stealthily.
Very useful.
Okay, so I know I rolled pretty low in perception,
Mhm.
but there's just one thing that I would like to specifically ask, and
Sure.
that is that do I recognize that you said there was bones in this pile, right?
Yeah.
Do I recognize that any of them are human bones?
Make a nature check. Or survival, whichever you want, whichever's greater.
Survival is greater. I'll do that.
Okay, do that.
I rolled lower. I've been rolling really high on all my combat checks and really low on all my everything else checks.
You see a lot of small bones, kobold, goblin, that kind of thing. You're not sure if it's kobold or goblin, but kind of small creature bones. That's all you can discern. Cracked bones. Tedwin, as you were by the cage, sifting through the body of the late Meepo, you kind of glance inside the cage. It's not covered. You guys can all see into it, but standing where you are, you kind of see the cage. The cage has been opened, and you stand by the entrance. You look around. You kind of you look up after you're done stealing from this dead body, and you see there are some white scales, tiny little scales that have been strewn about the cage.
That's me?
Yes.
I'm the one looking?
Yeah.
Okay, so does my character know what those scales would be from?
Nature or survival check.
Wow.
Nice.
Nothing
You
to
look
see
at
here,
it.
guys.
You go back to looking at kind of scouring the body. It's more important to you.
I turn to the rest of the party and I say, well, what has our investigation turned up? Anything? Anything?
More
there's
draconic
green dye.
on the walls. So nothing
I
really.
feel,
I can't read it.
Huh.
Do I feel any magical presence from the dragons?
Oh, yeah. So you have with your.
Well, I guess
They're-
like
they're-
my detect magic would be gone, but can I do like an arcane check, I guess?
Oh, that's true. Yeah, you want to do a kind of check on what?
The little dragons that I picked up?
Oh, the little statues. Sure.
Ooh!
They're
Natural
they're just very ornate. Again, it's like kind of like a shrine, very expensive little statuettes of dragons.
Okay.
While I'm wandering around, I just want to peek down that tunnel.
Yes. Okay. You have blind dark vision, right?
Yeah.
It's a long tunnel with varying hallways and doorways strewn about.
It appears we're in for quite a maze.
I think we've already been in the maze. It just gets worse. It's a labyrinth now. Tunnel or door?
I'm curious to see what these rooms adjacent might hold. Perhaps some storage will yield weapons or other valuables.
Should we all take one door each?
I think that's a bad idea. I think we should all go to one door at a time.
Indeed. We're not in a race here, then.
But there are 4 doors, and there's 4 of us.
And
And
plus,
we
I
can
kind of
get
want
to
to check
all of them
in
due
case there's a
time.
door that's just like a stock room or something small, you know, that we can just open up.
That's exactly what I said.
Well, I agree with you. I'm voting for that option.
All right, well, pick a door.
The one that's closest to me.
All right, so which one are you going to, Ven?
Any of them.
I mean, I could put you at any of them.
Well, the one closest to you would be one of the two southwestern ones.
Yes, I like that.
So which one? Bottom or left?
Let me check for traps
Bottom.
first.
Oh, well, I was gonna roll. I was gonna flip a coin. I had the coin already, but no. Okay. Put the coin back in my pouch.
Are you checking for traps,
I'm
Ted?
gonna check the door for traps.
All right, the south one or the west one?
South.
Okay.
Is perception?
Yep.
Natural 20.
Woo!
Wow.
This
Now your good
door.
rolls are coming in.
It feels good. I wonder what it feels
you,
like.
you take one of your thieves tool and kind of just bring it around the door frame. Look for any wires or traps. The door doesn't seem to be trapped at all. However, it does have a weird stench coming from beyond it. Kind of a rotting smell. You like it.
Seems that something has gone rotten.
Little rancid.
So
Shall we?
leave that
No
one.
traps. No traps. We could. Well, it smells like something is dead, so it won't attack us.
But it smells bad. Okay, sure, whatever.
We must leave no door unopened.
We already have. We've passed 3 of them.
We'll come back for them, and don't you worry.
I back up, and I say after you.
Mage hand.
Shielded one.
The usual arrangement.
All right.
Let it
All
be
right.
opened.
You sorry, I'm just reading.
Yeah.
Look here. You reveal the area. It appears to be a small room. A very tiny room, a kind of a storage room, sort of what George was looking for. There is about just about halfway into the room is a small half barrier erected out of wood and stone. And behind it you can just hear the screeching of rats just filled on the other side of this barrier. They seem to be trapped there just among their own waste.
Close the door.
The small
Close the
barrier
door.
just prevents them from easily escaping when the doors opens. It
Oh,
seems like they were being held here for whatever purpose. Storing. It's a storage of rats, perhaps.
Close
Essentially.
the door.
Just a massive swarm of rats.
And pull the door closed.
Rat kings.
It very well could be a rat king in there.
Woo!
But
Close the door.
They seem to have been kept there for some purpose.
I mean, the door is closed, right?
Yeah,
Ben
but
closed it.
then closed it again.
All right.
Yep.
The sun, shining light and your presence has made the swarm of rats just go nuts. You slam the door closed, and you can just hear them running around from. You get a breaking of splintering of wood and rock as now you see the door kind of visibly as they are rushing the door, just running at the door.
Okay, we're out.
Oh,
Bye.
George, you may
But the-
want to brace the door a bit.
I look around for something to push against the door.
Yeah, put the bench table. Let's put the bench table. I help you.
Okay, we grab the bench table.
All right,
And
we
we-
grab the bench table. prop it
Drag
up
it over in
against.
front of the door.
Yeah, you prop it up against the thing and jab it with some rocks. It holds the door. You can still hear the horrific sound of skittering rats on the other side.
Yeah. Okay, doors is not a good idea. Let's continue our route.
So, next door?
But I mean,
So,
we're
hallway.
going to be opening doors no matter where we go. It's just a matter of which doors to open.
Okay, Tywin. Next door.
I win. It gets a new name every time.
All right, you gonna open that door?
Oh, yeah.
Check for traps.
Check them.
Oh man.
It looks
Similar
clear.
to the other one, it's nothing.
Perfect.
And then I back up.
Let it be opened.
All right, you mage hand it. This room in particular seems to be empty.
Oh! No room
Um,
is empty.
Let's go here.
Well, this one is.
You stare inside. It seems to be a ruined chamber that stands empty of all but a litter of rocky debris. Perhaps it served as a guest house or a storage room when the Citadel was at its full. But now it seems to be devoid of any characteristic besides age.
Hallway. Hallway time.
2 more doors?
Does any of you have able to see through illusions?
Mm,
At level 1.
Yeah.
No.
Could be a racial trait.
No.
Okay. Am I checking again?
Oh, for Pete's sake, if we
Oh!
continue on like
shoot.
this, it'll take us all night.
This one's fine. This one's perfectly. Nothing's wrong with this door.
All right, just give me 1
And-
second.
Let it be open then.
All right, stand by. 1 second.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
DM has to read every room in the map before we proceed.
For our sake.
Okay.
The map has loaded.
Okay. You approach Tedwin, as you approach the door, searching for a trap. Doesn't seem to be anything there. However,
Whoop, 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 whoop.
you didn't notice it as you were kind of scouring the door. There was a small string around the door frame that was placed there when the door was closed. You kind of just you're going through with your thieves tools, and you feel your thieves tool trigger a string. At which point you didn't notice, but there is a large pot above your head. A pot sitting precariously on the edge of the stonework high above the door frame. That pot falls down on top of you.
Do I get a dex?
Make a dexterity check.
Not a saving throw?
Actually, no, sorry. Make a no, you don't get to actually. It just falls on you. It splatters at a 5-foot radius. Everyone that's around it within a 5-foot radius gets splattered by this gunk. It essentially smells like poop. Just falls on top of you guys. Within a 5-foot radius on top of
I
you.
guess it could have been worse. It could have been.
So we all get
boiling-
attacked
boiling
from this
hot
thing?
oil.
So you all, as it splatters, it hits all of you, and it just fills your nose with this musty, poopy smell. All of you need to make Constitution saving throws.
Oh yes, that's my favorite saving throw. Not sure.
Tedwin.
Can I cast guidance on myself before?
Please tell me it's a
it's not.
10 DC.
It's the inside. It's George and Wolvenclove. You shake it off. You wipe the poop from your mouth. It's disgusting. It stinks, but you manage to steel yourself against it.
What manner of silly pranks have these creatures been playing on each other?
However, Tedwin taking the brunt of it on top of his fur, and Ray getting it splattered in her mouth. You both fail, and are poisoned for 1 minute.
Oh no.
What's that mean?
Well,
Poison is basically you have. Sorry, 1 second. You have disadvantage on your attack rolls and ability checks.
Let's just wait here for 1 minute, guys.
I start using prestidigitation to clean myself, and then I clean the party.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Clean my mouth.
As soon as it cracks, and it was in a kind of a clay pot. As it shatters, and you guys are like, "Whoa, that's disgusting." You hear from the other side, some movement.
Behind me, everyone!
We're gonna quickly just jump into this real quick. Leave yourselves where you are, please. Jeez Louise.
He said behind me, so I ran.
I still have my reaction ready.
Oh, do we reroll for initiative?
Yes, please.
Oh, I'm not even gonna get a turn again. I'm just gonna die. Oh shit! I could have casted guidance for this. No. No, I did it. We saw that.
Yeah, I know. I gotta fix that.
That's sweet natural 20.
Yep. And
a 21.
And I'm basically dead.
As you guys are kind of fixing yourself, the door swings open, revealing a handful of kobolds who are now just aware of your presence as you seem to have disturbed their trap. And guess who's in front? As a door swings, they pull the door open, standing there in what appears to be poop.
Which way does the door open? Am I able to use my reaction right away?
It opens inwards. What's your reaction to attack?
Yeah, so every time we're doing this whole door thing, I set a reaction to basically attack as soon as I see anything bad come through the door.
Okay, I'll say that he has like half cover as you're trying to reach around.
Well, like, no, if it's not clear, then I would wait for him to come at it.
Okay, it's not a clear shot. Tedwin's in the way. They kind of swung the door open.
So I'm just kind of tentatively standing there with my sword and shield ready.
All right.
Tedwin, look out!
Push me!
Tedwin, not again!
Oh, look at those high rolls.
All right. It's one kobold opens up the door and
I'm seeing all those dexterity attacks, whatever.
yeah, I know. I gotta fix them. 14 to hit as it jumps out and lunges at you with a dagger.
It misses, or it hits my armor, or whatever you want.
All right. Sorry, 1 second. All right. Let me see this. All right. The other one behind it is like it's standing there with a sling, and he throws a rock at you, Tedwin.
Does he now? With half cover because the other guy's in the way?
You're so tall. 15 to hit.
15 hits.
As it throws a rock at your face, it smacks you in your forehead, doing 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
Wow.
But Tedwin, it's your turn.
Now it's my turn. Oh, but if I back, okay, can I disengage? Disengage.
Yeah,
would be
but
action.
until level 2, it takes your action. When you get to level 2, you get the cunning action, but...
So maybe I should just attack and then move, because that's the only guy that's in the way. That's because the other guy is behind a wall. If this guy right in front of me is dead, I can move back without getting attacked by the other guy.
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay. I'm gonna use my rapier.
All right.
Does it count that George is 5 feet away?
I didn't count the kobold being 5 feet away because they get the pack tactics as well. I did not count the advantage.
You didn't count, okay.
No. Because I didn't think he was away. He's not technically in threatening range of you.
Alright. Natural 20.
Nice. Now the clutch rolls are coming out.
11.
Oh, but you rolled 1 on the second die.
Oh man.
You take your rapier. How do you want to kill your first attack? Kill your first kobolds.
Hooray!
I just want to like stab him through the brain
Yeah.
as like I react to seeing him and just like.
As it goes with its dagger, it doesn't extend its arm far touch you. As you extend your rapier in reaction, and it goes right through his brain. It stands there, and it kind of falls backwards.
Dead. And then I'm gonna move.
All right.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I'll go all the way back here.
All right. Ven.
Oh, sweet. I'm gonna take one step back there so I can see this dude. And I'm gonna firebolt him.
All right.
Because it's been working so well. 8.
It flies past the kobolds and just smash against the wall.
Great. That's my turn.
George.
All right. With a glorious yell, George runs right into the room,
Okay.
standing on top of the corpse of the dropped kobold, and just thrusts his longsword out at the one in front.
All right.
21 to hit.
That hits.
10 points of slashing damage.
You just stepping onto his companion. You slaughtered the one kobold as well.
Okay, I turn to the right, and I shove forward with my left arm, pushing down on the kobold with my shield.
All right. Strength.
Athletics, yeah. Well, probably not gonna succeed that one.
Oh, you succeed. You take your shield and
Oh,
knock him
snap.
down.
So he's prone, basically.
All right. Got it.
I say the rough and tumblers will not be taken down this day.
At which point it stands back up, pushes your shield, stands back. And it says to you, in common, it says, stand by. It says,
Lag.
It says stand by.
yeah, it says, please, reconnecting. It says to you, yes, Citadel, we'll have your heads.
Huh.
And attacks you with its dagger.
You
10
gotta say
points.
dreidel.
10 points, 10 to hit.
Yeah, absolutely not.
As it says, yes, Grial, we'll have your heads. It starts poking at you in your plate armor.
I
And it's
laugh.
kinda Ray.
Amazing. Okay. I'm gonna cast Sacred Flame on the one that I can see in front
Yeah.
of me.
There's basically one left.
There's only one, yeah.
Oh, what?
Tedwin killed one, I killed the other.
Okay, so
Ven did nothing.
Just shot of firebolts.
Well,
Uh-oh.
That worked well.
I don't know. I thought I did it right.
Just
I
drags
would
them.
say- Wow, that's wonderful. Also, it's a Dex saving throw,
Okay. 17.
so it makes it. Nothing happens.
All right. It's cool. Schools are dead. Tedwin, you've retreated as you watch your companion rush forward.
Okay. Take out my short bow. And can I get it through the door diagonally right there?
Yeah. Tough. I would say it's a half cover.
Direct or diagonal. So that's
Or
disadvantage?
like 3/4 cover. No, it's like
+5 to the
plus
AC.
5 to his AC.
Well then.
Especially with me standing there too.
Basically. Just
And you're still not going to count
yeah, but that's.
being there? It's 5 feet.
I mean, he's within 5 feet of. But does that apply to only melee attacks?
No, it does apply to
Another
ranged
en-
attacks
If the
as
enemy,
well.
if another enemy of the target is within 5 feet of it.
You would get it, but you have to hit him first. That's the
Yeah.
hard part.
So George is in 5 feet, of course.
All right, let's go. 24 minus 5. 19.
Oh, 19. Yeah, you hit him with your short bow. Precariously shoot it past George's body.
There we go. I fixed.
7 damage.
George, as you're standing there, just shouting, shouting.
No, I'm
glorious
laughing.
threats.
I'm laughing as it stabs me.
You watch as the arrow flies right past you, take off the head of the kobolds as he
Ooh,
falls
yeah.
down.
Excellent shot, Tedwin.
That's 2 for me.
And being in the room already, I begin to examine the surroundings.
Yeah. Okay. You see, there's a small pit of embers that's built of broken masonry and portions of scattered stone sculptures, smoldering in the center of this chamber. Arrayed around the pit are several small rugs woven of matted hair and dead fungi. This appears to be some sort of kobold guard room. A small group of kobolds stationed here to protect this area. They obviously had set up a trap to alert them of any intruders.
Well, that didn't work out so well for them, did it? Although, I've been thinking. Perhaps we should have kept one of them for information.
Maybe that should have been the crying guy at the beginning.
But
Well,
they're kobolds. What could they know, really?
he spoke of a leader whose name I've already forgotten.
Oh, I wasn't listening to him.
He was like, yes, something.
Claims
As
he
you
will
guys
have our
recall.
heads. Ridiculous, of course. Poppycock.
Yes, Drail. I heard him say yes, Drail.
Well, we have another door. Shall we?
So all these doors
There's
are
2
working
more.
out for us.
Oh no, there's 1 more.
Have we had a door that's been a benefit yet?
Nope. I
So
think
there
we've
was
tried enough doors.
nothing of any use in this little guard room.
No, it just seems to be an area that would reinforce other parts of the stronghold had they been aware.
Let's go to the hallway. We've tried enough doors in this room. But there's only 1 left. I know.
No, there's the 2 outside in the first hallway.
Let's go to the other hallway. The new one. Let's pursue a route west, as George would say.
Yeah, that does sound like George.
Right?
Very well. Whichever direction you please.
Which you going down that hallway?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna move to the first corner here
Oh,
and
Wow.
peer around.
Are you
Right.
using your blinding shield as a?
I literally
it's
have.
not
Oh, yeah.
blinding anymore.
I have
It's been,
1 HP
Has it
right
been?
now.
It's been more than an hour.
Oh, so it's gone out?
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
in that case, it's too dark. So I turn to Ray and I say,
Ray, perhaps you could illuminate my shield once more.
Oh yes, absolutely. You just gotta ask. And I give him a high 5 on the shield.
All right. You as the light now illuminates.
Okay, I don't think it's that strong. It's still a cantrip.
It's
It's,
also
20
pitch black.
It's
in
a
here.
20
nice,
foot
shiny
radius.
mirror
I think it's
shield.
20 foot radius for
Yeah,
light.
it is.
And now I peer around the corner. And yes, I bring my shield with me because otherwise I wouldn't see
Oh,
anything
and I will
anyway.
cast guidance too afterwards.
Sorry, so you can only see 20 feet, George.
It's a 20-foot radius around, yeah.
And then it's
So
20
4
feet.
squares.
I think it's 20 feet
There's 20
of
feet dim after
afterwards.
that, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. So yeah, so I can kind of see up to 40 feet.
And I
Okay.
cast guidance on you just in case you need it. Ding!
Okay.
Just keep looking, George, and I pet him on the shoulder.
All right.
I also peer around just because,
All
Curiosity.
right. Let me just double check something. You, like the Three Stooges, you all peer around Your head's all different levels.
With my shield up, like you just see like his eyes over his shield.
I'm peering underneath the shield, basically.
Oh
Like
god.
Wilson from Home
Yo,
Improvement.
these are all epic beasts.
You gotta
here.
change them all to whisper, man. It's
Yeah,
gonna be part of your prep going forward.
yeah, I know.
Whoa. Kobold Elite?
Yeah.
Yeah, they
God,
are.
nothing.
You gaze down the hallway with a bright beacon of hope. That is the shield of George. And you stare at what appears to be another chamber. Large pillars are erected towards the ceiling as far as you can tell. And marching, somewhat on patrol, near the door opposite, is a kobold that appears to be much more armored, much more armored than the other that you had fought.
Should I cast another sacred flame on it?
He is standing there by the door, looking right at you guys.
Okay, I cast
Right.
a sacred flame on it.
We're gonna have
Firebolt.
to end.
Well, that's where we're going to end, as the kobold is staring at you, the three heads poking out from around the corner.
Three Stooges style.
And he shouts, you see him shout, turn quickly to the right, his right, your left, and he shouts something in Draconic.
God,
that
did you learn
weird
that
piece
language?
And you hear amongst the word Yustriel. And he turns his attention back to you. Whew, that's where we're gonna end for the night.
Okay, but we're also starting next time with Ven
Who knows?
casting his thing and I cast my thing.
Sure. Whatever you think is gonna make you
You'll
survive.
forget by the next 2 days.
We're gonna die anyways.
Yeah, I know, it's okay. We'll still do a short rest and come back.
But we will go down in a blaze of glory.
I have 1 HP right now.
I've only taken one damage this entire scenario.
Okay, but
I'm
just
actually
be
back
clear,
up to full health.
I thought
Yeah,
that,
me
that-
and Ven are like rocking it.
And
yeah,
I
but
got
I
a
was
spell back and everything.
I was unlucky. Like honestly, I have a really good AC, and honestly, wearing a freaking heavy armor, I can't believe that these rats pierced it and killed me. Like it makes no sense. But I also thought that the rats appeared in the hole with Ven, and then they attacked me, which I don't understand really what happened there.
They came the rock falling disturbed them from below, and they came up from cracks all around
Oh,
you.
they came out.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
the whole area basically is like difficult terrain of just unsturdy rocks. Every 10 feet you guys move within that area is essentially a dex check to see if you fall.
Oh. And then they were hiding underneath.
And then if you fall, there's a percentage chance of 1d4 rats appearing. So you
Oh,
got lucky that
wow.
only 2 of them appeared the first time and none appeared the next time.
But they're so strong. They're not like
Isn't
little
that
rats.
insane?
They're
That's
really
crazy,
big
eh?
rats.
Wow. That's
It's almost
tough.
it's almost like the Yawning Portal is hard.
It's
It
almost
is
like
because like I made like I have like a I'm supposed to
Man.
have like a strong character
it's
and I
almost like I
died
go
like 2
easy
shots.
on you guys in this.
No,
Well, Yawning
that's not what I
Portal-
mean. But
The
I just
Yawning
mean
Portal
like
is pretty tough in terms of it's pretty tough.
refills. Like I can't believe if I had one of my other characters that don't wear armor. Like I have a heavy armor with a good AC. I have a really good AC,
It
and
was rolling high.
they were rolling so high. They're so
It's insane.
strong.
Well, I can assure you, those giant rats do not change from the giant rats in Sword. They are all the same
Yeah,
stats.
but I mean, like giant rats were level 7. It's fine. Like try to attack me, I'll kill you in one shot with my foot. You know.
Well, I mean, like-
we fought giant rats in the first cave that we went to back in Nightstone.
And the thing is too is like we were also one hitting them, right? So like it was actually pretty balanced.
No, I
Like
didn't.
if we
one-hit
can
them.
take 2 hits from them
Actually
and
did
we can
not
kill
hit
them in 1 hit, then
Mm.
like we
That's
should
how-
be able to get through.
It's this next part that's going to be iffy. So as soon as you guys killed Meepo, I'm like, oh, this is real. Oh, it's great. It's going to be so good.
So like legit, George was wanting
Yeah,
to
I
keep
know.
George is wanting to keep the last kobold alive for information, but you can't do that with ranged attacks.
No. It's
So
just
it's just like, well,
kill or go.
goodbye.
Peace.
Anyways, thanks for watching,
Oh,
guys.
man.
Don't know when we'll be doing Yawning Portal again, but whenever. That just means you'll have to watch every episode.
There we go.
In order to find out the thrilling conclusion to what happened tonight. Have a good week, and we'll see you. We'll see you next Thursday, unless anything changes.
See ya.
Toodles.
Good night.